this. Fresh off the Palm Beach County, that's where I'm from. Where niggas get gunned down and left slung from. Thumbs up for fucking round. This ain't accounting for you bitches to come around.
What up? What up? And welcome to another episode of the unofficial podcast of the National Football League, the world-famous, critically acclaimed 5-6 Kings podcast. I'm David Breen. With me, as always, my dear friend and co-host, Braden Bullard. Braden, how are you, man?
David, I'm doing very good, especially because we shot down that Chinese fucking balloon. Get that shit out of our fucking airspace. So now I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing?
You had to go political right off the bat.
Political.
Classic Braden. He's like, I want to make a political stance. I'm doing fine, all right? I was doing better until you tried to make this a political podcast.
It is political, David.
Right?
That's what we
I just had to listen to your fucking crazy mom talking about Pelosi.
We laid the
Now
groundwork.
you're talking about China.
We're 89 episodes
All right?
in.
You picked this fucking Chink Jap movie, all right? You're the one who picked it.
And what happens?
Fucking
They get slayed up.
nothing
bro.
good happens to a Chinese or Japanese person in this movie.
That's
for damn sure.
That's for damn sure, David.
Yeah.
But good stuff does happen to white people in this movie.
I mean, always does, right?
Always does,
Always.
dude. Come on.
Somehow, some way, it seems like good stuff's always happening to white people.
Yep.
Yeah.
Full circle.
There we go.
Yeah.
God bless America.
I was just about to say, just the way God designed. But how are you doing, bud?
Doing all right. People may notice I'm wearing my Miami Dolphins shirt still.
What?
And I said last week, not going to be doing it.
I remember.
My plan was to press a new 5-6 King shirt and a new What Up shirt
Yep.
to reintroduce me wearing our apparel.
Gotta.
But where I press the shirts is in a home.
Is it a third world country?
It's not.
Shout out to all the sweatshops out there.
Okay, that's what you're getting at.
Yeah,
I was like, I don't get why that was a joke.
Shout out to Nike and every other major apparel brand. My bad. Go on. Not political. My bad.
Yeah, there we go. Just politics right off the bat.
Right? Damn.
But yeah, go Dolphins. Whatever. Who gives a fuck? Fins up, baby. Vic Fangio. He's there.
Yeah, you?
Best DC in the game.
What were you saying last week? Weren't you saying?
I was saying, hopefully, by the time this is recording, Vic Fangio will have been announced as defensive coordinator of the Dolphins.
And that's what.
And it
did.
did.
Look at that!
It did. Less than 24 hours before.
Damn.
About like 12 hours before.
David knows it.
There we
Calls
go.
it.
I mean, it was widely speculated that was going to be the case. And,
Well, let me hype you up, all right?
I mean, I don't know. Let's not go sucking my cock too much, you know.
Who knows, man? Maybe ESPN's like,
when Tua wins MVP next year, you can be like, they fucking called that shit. You see that?
Yeah.
Tua, baby.
Wow.
All right, that enough chit chat. We gonna talk about this movie or what?
David, I'm ready to slice and dice.
Yeah, you are.
Get it? Because there's sushi swords, and the way that it's like usually sushi comes like all sliced and diced, and yeah, whatever.
Yeah, get it.
Yeah. So David, what are we starting off with?
Same thing we always start off with, Braden.
And that's money. What do you
Money.
think? What do you think? What do you think?
Budget.
Do you want me to tell you
No.
Volume 1?
Yes.
I will tell you Volume 1. Volume 1 was
Budget
$30
and
million.
what they made. It was $30 million, and what they make off of it.
They made 180 worldwide. Almost 181. That's Volume 1, baby.
And I feel like the budget's going to be higher, but it shouldn't be. I thought way more like cool over the top shit happened in the first one.
Yep.
But for the sake of like they had a $30 million budget, they made 6 times that. I'm going to guess the budget was like 45 for this.
A little bit lower.
A bit lower? 40.
30.
30. So exactly the same?
Exact same.
Look at that.
Exact same. What do you think they made? Remember, once again, they made 181 off the first one.
Did they make 181 off this one? Did
No.
exactly the same amount of people go see Volume 2?
You would think, but
Yeah.
no.
I mean, I'm going to assume less.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I assume there's people who didn't go see the sequel.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say they made like 120,
A little bit higher.
130,
154.
154.
A little bit higher
we
than a
go.
little bit higher, but
Yeah.
you get what I mean.
Yeah, it's 34 million more. That's not a lot to you, I guess.
But yeah, good for them. They can't go wrong with.
No, I mean they invested $60 million into this, and they made. Don't tell me, they made 335 million.
Good math.
That's, I think, accurate math.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is accurate math.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, they happy with that?
They should be.
They absolutely should be.
I guess it really only matters if Harvey Weinstein thinks that, though.
I mean, it is his money that paid for the movie.
It is.
Yeah.
You think he's
Those
just...
Jews, they got the movie money.
Mm-hmm.
They all do.
Yeah.
Every one of them.
You think he told Quentin Tarantino, he's like, hey, enough of this Jap shit, all right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I'm fucking
He said,
tired of
fucking
this shit.
Tired of this Jap shit. All right,
Oh, my God.
We need Leonardo DiCaprio, and we need him racist.
He's like, listen, we only made 5. Yeah.
All right? That's what we
We
gotta
need
do.
more white racist people is what we need.
And he was like,
all right.
done.
Yeah.
Done. I'm going to have Leonardo DiCaprio do a bananas scene where he's going over the skull of a black person. It's like, dude, that is the most ridiculous thing that's ever happened in any movie. And we watched Matthew McConaughey make a woman deep throat a fucking chicken leg. Leonardo DiCaprio being like, you look at this area of the black skull where there's no ridges. Means they're docile. Jesus Christ. Jesus fucking Christ,
God.
Leo. Stop it.
Well, not to go fun fact on that movie, but
That's true.
Well, he was having a very tough time doing that scene.
I'm sure.
And Samuel L. Jackson pulled him aside. He's like, motherfucker, this just is an ordinary Tuesday for us. That's apparently what he told me. He's like, motherfucker, this is just another Tuesday for us. Now say the fucking
He
lines.
said, but Sam, you're the house N-word, all right? I want to see what Jimmy Fox thinks about this.
Oh, my God. But yeah, so that's all it took was Samuel L. Jackson just being like, listen, man,
There we go.
you got the okay from me. If you get the okay from Samuel L. Jackson, you're good to say whatever.
Good to fucking go.
All right, David.
We gonna talk ratings?
Yeah, we are. So, I'll give you the breakdown, too, of the first one first. Volume 1, they got 8.2 out of 10, 85% Rotten Tomatoes, 8.2 out of 10 at IMDb, 69% TV Guide, 91% Google users. But for Volume 2, they got an 8 out of 10 IMDb, 84% Rotten Tomatoes, 87% Just Watch, and 92% Google users. So their only higher rating is from Google.
What'd you think?
I give it a little bit lower, too. I'm going to give it a 7.6.
Yeah. This is at the bottom of the Tarantino poll for me thus far.
And a 7.6
is-
for probably the bottom is, for at least for me, is pretty good. For like probably one of the lowest rating scores I would give.
Well, I give it a 3. So there we go.
Shit.
Let's average that out, you fucking bitch.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Damn.
So you spoke too soon. You're like, still pretty good. All that stuff. I give it like a 6.5.
Oh, okay.
It's
All right.
not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
So like there are parts where I was like, it's great.
Well, and there's similar little callbacks to other Quentin Tarantino films for like pacing, dialogue, little things.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. But too much chink and Jap shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's I thought the first one was better.
Yeah.
This one was obviously necessary to wrap up the story.
Yeah.
But as a movie, I would, if I was gonna watch one of them, again, I would watch the first one.
And it's mainly because it's more fun, but I think a big thing is because of the editing. And I don't blame Sally. Now, if you remember,
I blame Sally.
Sally won a shit ton of awards for Volume 1. I'm sure she won a shit ton for Volume 2.
Sally! I forgot about Sally.
But I don't blame Sally. I blame Quentin. Goddamn Quentin Tarantino. I think he's phenomenal. I'm not really going to blame him that much. But I do think he could have, and who the fuck am I? But I feel like he could have.
Fucking nobody.
Yeah. I feel like he could have maybe balanced the movies a little bit more for the overall feel, because they feel like two completely different movies. They're two completely different pacing, and they're just almost like a different vibe. And if anything, they should be flopped for that cadence, the pace. Like, you want to see, and Quentin Tarantino, I even saw him in an interview talk about like the way his finale is when it comes to like an action hero film, which we'll get into it, which is the way that it ended for this one. But normally it would be like flopped. Like, you would spend this time building up the characters, getting the story, and then it would go like crazy revenge, like how the first one went.
Yeah, that was the first one was all of like the cool, like felt super high stakes fights, like badass, cool. Oh, she's fucking all these people up.
Yeah.
This one never really like grabbed me like that.
Yeah. And I felt like he could have, like, yeah, we didn't see as much killing. There's only, not to spoil anything, fun fact, there's 3 people who die in Volume 2. They should have spent more time amping up some of these other people with them killing other people. Like, let us get a feel of how great they are. We just got the craziest sense of...
Lucy Liu felt important because she had to kill fucking 1 million people to get to her.
Yeah.
Vivica Loretta Black, it felt important because her fucking kid was in the house.
Yeah.
Like, this one, 2 of the 3 deaths really didn't feel like they mattered.
Exactly. Yeah. And they spoil stuff like right off rip too, in a way where it's like, I kind of get it. Quentin Tarantino, like as in the first film, he kind of jumps around a little bit, as to where he does in this, and I felt like sometimes it wasn't necessary, and other times he did it solely to build up a shock value moment, which I'll reiterate when we get to those. So I feel like there was things that were happening for only specific choices to create a certain feel in a moment, rather than the overall like storytelling, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like we didn't need a lot of certain scenes, and I liked them, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But there wasn't the weight to it, because it felt like it was just like this should have been in the first film. Like, now it's like, oh, we don't care as much because I don't know. Like, you're building it up for a moment, but also we just saw so much other shit happen in the first film. You think at this point in the story, because of the way we saw the first one, we'd be past some of these small scenes that kind of draw out. You know what I'm saying? And reiterate.
Absolutely.
They reiterate like a lot of stuff too. Yeah.
And they were, I agree, like there were cool scenes.
Yeah.
I liked them.
Yeah.
But yeah,
there wasn't like weight to it. There was like that much of a point, and it was just to kind of build up to like a moment.
Yeah.
Which is cool, but it's just, yeah.
Yeah, no, all in all, so far it's my least favorite Tarantino movie.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that.
What's they win any awards?
Yeah, they won some awards. Volume 2, 23 fucking wins, 84 nominations. Whew. I mean, a little bit less than last time, but still a fucking lot. So we'll get into some of them. They won the Saturn Award at the Academy of Science Fiction, Fantasy, and Horror Films for Best Action Adventure Thriller
Fucking nerds.
Yeah. Best Supporting Actor, David Carradine. Best Supporting Actress, Daryl Hannah. Best Actress, that's the nominee, never mind. We're moving on. We're going to the American Choreography Awards. They won for Outstanding Achievement in Choreography.
I mean, they choreographed the fuck out of it.
Honestly, yeah, it was a little bit of it was
not as good as the first one.
Not as good as the first one, but yes, it was. One of them was pretty good. Oh my God, Central Ohio Film Critics Association. They won Best Sound Design.
OH.
Woo!
You're supposed to say IO.
IO. Yeah, I don't. That's like a football reference, huh? Yeah, my bad. Golden Schmoes won Best Director of the Year, Quentin Tarantino. Best Actress of the Year, Uma Thurman. Best Supporting Actor of the Year, David Carradine. And Best Music in a Movie. Now, I will give it to Quentin Tarantino. He did put together, once again, as for the first film and for the second film, a pretty good list of songs. Different than, that overall soundtrack. Or not soundtrack, fucking... help me out, David. What am I looking for?
Score?
Score! I was that S. blanked in the mind. All right, now we're on to the Hollywood Film Awards. They won Editor of the Year, Sally. Sally, I get it. You probably wanted to balance out both films a little bit better and kind of like create a better story in the first one. So this is the second one. It could be feeling like more of a revenge story. I get it. But hey, we can't win them all right? You did your best, and you won an award for it. But I feel you. I wish you could have chose exactly how to edit it. So they won the Italian Online Movie Award for Best Director, Quentin Tarantino, Best Cast, Best Editing, Sally, Best Sound Effects. Boom, there's 4 right there. Jupiter Award, Best International Actress, Uma Thurman, and Best International Director, Quentin Tarantino. Boom. And what's a fucking bunch of awards without the MTV Movie and TV Awards? Best Fight.
It's nothing without that.
Yes. Daryl Hannah, Uma Thurman, Best Hero, Uma Thurman, 2 more, bang, boom, bah.
So I'm looking, I got caught up on him winning Best Director of the Year in 2004.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. What really is that award?
I don't know.
Yeah. I started like getting into it, but like Aviator came out.
Yeah.
I liked that a lot more than I like Kill Bill, but I don't really know what a director does.
Well,
You know? Who directed Aviator? Is it Spielberg? Spielberg.
I think it is
Spielberg.
Yeah.
Cameron. Is it James Cameron?
I think sometimes, it could.
You think sometimes Spielberg directs Aviator, sometimes James Cameron?
No.
That's what you're going with. I was like, the fuck are you getting at?
No, I was about to start explaining the role of a director, and I'm like, who the fuck? I don't. If you guys really want me to ramble on about it, good, but it's okay.
Aviator is directed by Martin Scorsese.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You know what?
I
heard he keeps it nice and fun on set. I heard he just lets the actors choose as much as they want, just kind of tells them, like, yeah, what do you think?
And he lets them fuck.
I would not doubt it for a second.
Oh, yeah.
You see Martin Scorsese?
Oh, dude.
He looks like a little horn dog.
Dude, he's like,
yeah, go fuck in the corner.
Fuck yeah.
There's a corner right over there.
Do it all. Do it big.
All right, so last 2, they won the Taurus Award at the World Stunt Awards for
named after the Ford Taurus.
That's right.
A very popular car.
Yeah, that's the award that they give them is that car.
You go here.
There you go.
Keys.
But they won Best Fight. So they're talking about the stunt people for the girl fight. So the girl fight, they won 2 for Best Fight and Best Overall Stunt by a Stunt Woman. Girl power. That shit is throughout the whole film.
What were the girls' names?
Monica Staggs
You can't
and
say that,
Zoe
dude.
Bell.
You can't say that.
What?
My N-word? You can't say that.
What? What did I say?
You said my N-word.
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
I don't see it.
I mean, you suck, dude. You suck. Her name's Monica.
Oh. I don't get it. Explain the joke. You ever see that Instagram where it's like the guy explains the joke?
Do you not get what I'm saying there?
No.
What does Monica sound like?
Monica.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn it. I wanted to think of another word.
Yeah, you can't.
That I could
You wanted my dumb, not that funny joke. You were like, I'll think of something that makes it funnier. Instead of us just moving on, we sat on like really a very lowbrow, lazy, not good joke on my part.
Well, at first I was confused.
Didn't. Oh, I believe you did not understand it.
And then I tried.
But then we had to bring it in, and then instead of just saying it and being like, oh, and then moving on, you were like, what could I say?
Shit.
There's something.
There's got to be something in there.
Up. I got nothing.
Yeah, sometimes, the bell rings and sometimes it doesn't.
Ain't that the truth?
Words of wisdom. So, how you feeling?
Feeling great, guys. For editing purposes, we're going to take a quick break. Don't worry. So we'll be right back.
That's right.
And we're back.
Hello.
Hey, Derek Cheater. Fuck you.
Man, oh man. I just wish I could just
All right, we're doing Kill Bill Volume
2. Volume 2. Guys, we open up. the same way as we did Volume 1. Because, they're like, man, it's been a long time. It's probably been like a year, because it's literally been 1 year since Volume 1 came out. We gotta reiterate. We gotta refresh. So we open up and we hear the same voice, which we know as Bill, say,
who is not Mr. Blonde.
Yes, not Mr. Blonde.
Not at all.
At all. But Mr. Blonde is...
Mr. Blonde, not nearly as cool in this as he is in Reservoir Dogs.
That, too. But he is in this film. So we open, and we see Black Mamba's face, and we hear Kill Bill's voice. I don't know why I said Kill Bill, but we hear Bill's voice say, "Do you find me sadistic?" And then, "This is me at my most masochistic," which David clarified is the opposite of sadistic last week, if you guys are tuning in. But we know this is Bill, but we don't see him yet. But then we see Black Mama say, "It's your baby," and her head get blown the fuck off. And then we have now Black Mamba in a car, and she's breaking the fourth wall. It just like cuts, like that's the end of the scene. We just get that reiterate that, oh, okay, it's Bill's baby. Baby's alive. We know that from the end of the first film. And now we're back into the shit. And she is just she's being a boss-ass bitch. I don't know how to say it. Girl power. She's driving. She's looking at the camera. She's breaking the fourth wall. And she's talking about how the reviews, she knows the reviews of the movie. She's like, oh, it was a roaring rampage. I went on a revenge. It's the fucking revenge of a century. And yeah, so we just know that she is on her way to Bill's house. And she's basically killed everyone just to spoil basically the majority of the film. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. How did you feel about that as you sang it? Did you like it or did you not? Or did you not care?
I didn't care. Because, like, what are the odds?
Yeah.
That they made 2 of these movies and it's called fucking Kill Bill.
Yeah.
Like, if she just never made it to him.
And she's like,
it'd be fucking nuts.
I killed Lucy Liu. Fuck Bill.
Yeah. Lucy Liu and Loretta Black, and that's it.
Yeah. But yeah, so she's...
I'm going to hang it up.
I'm good. Yeah. I got it out my system. But yeah, so we find out that she's killed everyone else on her list, and she's on her way to kill Bill. And, says it right at you. I'm like, damn, she is hot. I get what Harvey Weinstein saw in her. Wow, that's fucked up. It's messed up. Volume 2 rolls over the screen. Super intense music.
I mean, own your comment. Own your comment. Don't try to soften the blow of you saying awful things by being, oh, wow, that's messed up. I shouldn't have said that's bad.
Yeah, I guess.
And then moving on.
I guess you're right.
If you say something that's so bad and you're like, ashamed, we'll cut it. It just won't be in the episode. It's as simple as that. You can be like, hey, man, I really want to cut that. And I'd be like, great, we'll cut it. Yeah, I would never argue with you on that.
Yeah.
I don't just be like, oh, it's bad. Because people know Braden still said the thing.
They do.
Yeah. And you're aware of how shitty it is.
It's on the
Doesn't
internet.
make it better.
Forever.
Doesn't make it better.
Yeah. Hey, we live and we learn.
I don't think you'll learn from this.
God damn it.
I don't think you'll be like, oh, I'll be more selective about what I say now. I won't say things that are so mean.
Now I'm in the back of my head. I'm like, I'll show him this piece of shit. He wants to. Oh yeah, watch this. He wants me to do a clean episode. I'll do it clean, baby. All right. Chapter 6: Massacre at Two Pines. And we hear Black Mamba's voice saying how her tragedy has now become a legend and is being referred to as the Massacre at Two Pines, or the El Paso Joshua Tree, Texas Wedding Chapel Massacre. And she says it wasn't a wedding at all. It was a wedding rehearsal. Oh my God. So now we have a flashback. We're at the wedding rehearsal. And
can I be honest though?
Huh.
This makes it worse.
Yeah.
Why
show more?
Why add why have it be a wedding rehearsal?
Oh.
Why add just that weird detail and make it not as good as if it was at a wedding?
Yeah.
That's all. Like a massacre at a wedding, nuts. Massacre at a wedding rehearsal, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, and it's not that I don't like this scene. I kind of wish I didn't see, like the husband and stuff, but it's like, okay, if we do, I feel like put this in the first film. Somehow, some way. Like maybe one of the conversations that happens in the scene, maybe save it, maybe, but This, I feel like, builds it up better for the first film. I don't know.
I don't care about any of that. I'm fine with meeting the husband here and having it be in this film. Just don't change it from a wedding to a wedding rehearsal.
Make it, because it's more important if
worse.
it's a wedding,
It's inherently not as cool.
Yeah, makes sense. But maybe they were trying to make it as like, oh, that's why there's only this many people dead. But I guess you could still say...
It was a small wedding.
Yeah, small wedding. Yeah. I feel you.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Instead, they just make it weird.
Yeah. But we see
Go on.
We see an older couple trying to explain how fucking weddings work, and you know, I get it. It's a wedding rehearsal. But they tell them like to not use their tongues, like only kiss, and you're gonna embarrass your parents and shit. And it's like, whoa, dude, like kind of getting a little personal already. All right, I'll use my tongue if I fucking want to.
Not in our wedding chapel, you won't.
Yeah, that'd be wild.
You can take this shit somewhere else.
Can you imagine? You start using tongue, and he's like, "Get the fuck out of
here!"
Hey,
I said no tongue. Wedding's over.
Yeah.
I'm not signing the marriage certificate.
Yeah.
You guys fucked up.
Yeah, fuck you guys. And you're still paying me. Fucking. All right, but, guys, biggest cameo of this movie, and we see him for a couple minutes. It's Russell Franklin. Just kidding. It's Abel Turner.
It's Clifford Franklin's grandpa. I like Russell Franklin.
But
Franklin, because Clifford Franklin replacements. We could tie it to another movie we've done. I know who Abel Turner is.
Yeah. But
I get it. That's a better character.
I got a little joke though for Abel Turner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do your joke.
Yeah. So so Abel Turner, he's there, and I'm like, oh my god, this is great because he's gonna play music at the wedding. And one thing is, he is so pumped that it's not interracial. He's like, oh, thank God, white on white. I got a song for you two, and they're like, but let's hear it. And he said, how about Love Me Tender? That's a song I can do. I'm like, oh my God.
It's a great song.
Give me some fucking Love and Tender. And what's funny is the main couple that's teaching the wedding, he cannot get off of Abel Turner's dick. He's like, he's the man.
That's great. He keeps like circling back to him.
He's the man.
He's the man.
He's the man.
He's the colored, if you'll remember from the first one, he's the colored fellow who plays the organ.
Yeah,
they even got the colored fellow who plays the organ.
The colored fella. And, you know, Quentin Tarantino thinks colored fella. Who does he think? Samuel L. Jackson.
Whole thing. Not scrolling on your notes. I didn't want to do this on here. I want to just be subtle. Yeah, just don't block that.
Oh, okay.
Don't block the time so we know.
Yes.
I wanted to be subtle.
Yes. Give me it subtle. That's what I say to him. But it's weird because the guy who's explaining the wedding
I've never heard you say that before.
I'm looking for a filler, bro. That's my filler.
I know, but I can't not address that.
No, I like it. Yeah,
give me subtle. That's what I always say. That's my catchphrase.
Hey, baby.
Subtle.
Just subtle. But this fucking woman that's next to the dude explaining the wedding, he for some reason refers to her as mother. I don't know, like mother.
It's his mom.
They look so similar in age, right? Or am I tripping?
I'm guessing they have kids and their mom.
Yeah,
mom and pa. They run a mom and pop style chapel.
I made a point to write it down because I'm like they look too similar in age. I don't know if this is actual mother or I don't understand a religion that I grew up in.
Maybe that's their fetish. We're talking about sadism and masochism. He's like, I want to fuck my mom.
Wow,
that's his thing.
It's hot,
and they just never, even when they're not in the bedroom, they never break the role.
Yeah, it's just
they stay in the role at all times.
Wow, dude,
that's love. And, really, that is as love can get.
I would love for them to
fuck your mom.
That's
disgusting.
To write a book, I want to read the book about their love.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, I agree.
Learn something. But she's getting really personal to Black Mamba about family stuff.
So Uma Thurman's like, I don't have any family. She's like, you don't have any family? What's the deal? You got to have some family at the wedding. She's like, I don't have any. She's like, we're gonna have a wedding and you're not gonna have any family there? She's like, miss, I don't have any family. It's a crazy. You guys are like, oh, David's just overselling. She keeps being like, nobody. What about your dad? She's like, no dad. She's like,
I don't know
what the fuck.
Yeah. What are you gonna do then? Yeah. And it gets to a point to where Black Mama has to turn around and we see her friends, cool little friend group, and she's like, hey, this bitch is pissing me off. I'm going to go outside, get some fresh air. Why don't you fucking take care of this bitch for me? So they're just like, bitch, fuck you. Black Mama goes off. As she's walking off.
They remind us that she's pregnant here, by the way.
Oh, yes.
Hey, she's like, I'm going to go get some air for me and the baby.
Yeah.
And she, like, grabs her belly.
And she's walking out, like, just hands, like, folded over her belly, and it's nice. It's cute. We hear a flute playing. And we're like, ooh.
Who's playing the flute?
Ooh. And she goes outside to get some fresh air. We finally see Bill, and he's like half her fucking age, or double her age. She's half his age. Right?
Bill is played by David Carradine. David Carradine's brother Keith Carradine played Special Agent Frank Lundy in Dexter Season 2 and Season 4. I mean, everything goes back to Dexter, Braden. What have I been telling you? What have I been telling you?
Man, that's there's got to be some conspiracy.
Yeah.
Oh, everything ties
Frank
back.
Lundy's brother in Kill Bill.
Wow.
Who saw that coming?
Dexter. Gotta watch it. But yeah, so we see who Bill is, what he looks like.
I mean,
kind of
you understand we are referring to him as Special Agent Frank Lundy for the rest of this episode, right?
You're gonna have to remind me so many times.
Yeah, I will.
Okay. Special Agent
Lundy.
Special Agent Lundy. Kind of looks like Han Solo. He's wearing a suit, but he's got this like.
We can't. He's not, because he's not Special Agent Frank Lundy. He's Special Agent Frank Lundy's brother. So you're gonna have to call him Special Agent Lundy's brother, because it's not him. We can't call him that.
Yeah,
it's Special Agent Lundy's brother.
I got it.
Yeah,
I got it. It's in my head now. But yeah, he kind of looks like Han Solo. I don't know. It's just the vibes, just the way he's dressed.
I mean, he kind of looks like a long-haired Special Agent Frank Lundy.
Frank Lundy, brother.
No, he looks like because it's his brother. He looks like him, just with long hair.
Oh yeah. That makes sense now.
Yeah.
But
don't ever correct me again.
she asked, David, what would I do without you? Always correct it, man. I can't correct you if you're the one correcting.
That's true.
Yeah,
I agree.
Can't
both be corrected.
I don't know who I think I am.
What kind of world would that be?
Yeah, it's overcorrected.
Both correct.
So she asked him, what he's doing, here, and it's fucking ridiculous the way he responds. Like, well, I was playing the flute. I'm like, what the fuck, bro?
And now I'm standing up
and having this fucking conversation with you. But
like,
she
fuck this guy.
Yeah,
immediately. You're like, this guy sucks.
Yeah, and he's like, I think the word I want to say is stoic. Like the way he kind of moves and talks, delivers like his cadence and stuff. Like he's kind of stoic-y, But she tells him that she's pregnant, and he's like, "Geez Louise." It's the exact thing he says at first, which I love. "Geez Louise, that boy of yours really doesn't bother fucking wasting any time, does he?" And he then like starts to make a fucked up remark about the dude's hair, talking about Black Mamba's husband, and she's like, "Hey, like, be fucking nice." And he's like, "All right, I'm gonna try, but it's not gonna do much."
He said, "I've never been nice, but I'll try to be sweet."
Yeah. But Black Mama goes on to say, it's gonna be a great environment for her baby to grow up in, and he says, as opposed to jetting around the world, killing human beings and being paid vast sums of money, but like says it in a way where he's being like serious. Like he's not being facetious.
He's like, you really think this is better for the baby than that?
Like, think about it. Vast sums of money. You're killing people. Yeah. What could be better?
Going all around the world.
What could be better? And she says precisely. Like, the fuck? Like, what do you think? And then he's like, all right, well, I want to attend this wedding. And then Bill walks up, or
Special Agent Lundy's brother.
Yeah. No, not him. Dead husband.
Oh, he meets dead husband.
Yeah, dead husband walks up, and he's being super nice, and Bill is just kind of like a dick. And
Uma says this is her dad.
Yeah. Oh, and he laughs immediately, which I find funny because he laughs like, like, oh wow, father. Like, as if that's not believable. Like, yeah, motherfucker, you're twice her age, dude. Like, the relationships must have seemed odd to everyone. Like, how are you now just picking up on it? Like, even the girl you fucked.
This guy's gonna believe I'm your dad. Come on.
Yeah, even the girl.
He sees right through this.
Look at me. Like, I don't know, dude. I just felt like that part was a bit funny. A bit funny because it's like, it kind of, it's a bit odd. I don't know.
Yeah, we talked about it.
Yeah.
You covered it.
I did, but not in the way that was. It's kind of hard for me to get my head around it, I guess. But Black Mama, dead husband asks, like, oh, well, can you give her away? And Black Mama's like, no, he's not going to feel comfortable with that. But then,
you know what's great though?
Huh.
He's like, yeah, it's a big ask. I don't know if I'd feel comfortable with that.
That's a bit much.
He knows he's about to kill everybody in that room.
Oh, and he's overplaying it.
He still says no to that?
Yeah.
Just be like, yeah, sure, who gives a fuck?
He is very...
Absolutely.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, these things
I'll
are so
give everyone
weird.
away.
Yeah.
You need a best man? I'll be the best man, too. This wedding's not going to happen.
Yeah. But no, I'm going to sit on this side. I got to make it a point.
Yeah. I want to sit on the bride's side. Where's the bride's side? I'm going to sit there.
Fuck you, dude. I like her. I'm going to sit on her side.
It's fucking crazy.
And then she runs over and, like, overly thanks him and grabs, like, caresses his fucking face and kisses him. Not once, but twice.
And no tongue, but it's not... You don't kiss your dad like that, I don't think.
Tom Brady does.
I don't know if Tom Brady kisses his dad like that. Tom Brady's kids
No,
kiss
actually,
him like that.
No,
Does he kiss his dad like
swear
that?
to God, I
There we
saw
go.
him after he won like the Super Bowl or some shit. Ran over to his parents and kissed them both on the lips, and I was like, "Wow, that shit does run in the family."
But sensually like that.
I mean, I don't know,
Because
dude.
that's what I mean. Not on the lips. I don't care on the lips. You can, whatever.
But she was trying to, and Bill was. He didn't do anything. He just kept his face the same kind of thing. So you can kind of
about to kill everyone in that room.
Yeah, you could tell he's standoffish.
He also, the dead husband asked. He's like, "Well, can we do dinner tonight?" And Special Agent Lundy's brother's like, "Well, on one condition, I have to pay for everything." And the guy's like, "Great deal."
Like, yeah, for sure.
It's like just weird, just giving weird details. He's like, "Oh, as long as I'm paying." Not, yeah, sure, dinner. Sounds great.
Yeah.
You're going to be dead in about 2 minutes.
Yeah. It is pretty weird, but I guess it's to really try and... But it is weird that he's... Maybe because that's how he feels. Because he feels so, like, let's say, betrayed. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he's trying to build that up even more so that she feels even more betrayed when it happens. But she runs back up, kisses him twice. I would have loved it if the dead husband was like, hey, what the fuck is this? What the fuck? That's it.
This fucking wedding is off. It was too loud. Too loud.
But it would have been so great. What the fuck is going on here? Are you kissing your dad?
No, get your fucking hands off my fiance.
I know what you're doing. Wait a minute. This isn't your dad. I get what's going on. This man that's twice your age isn't your father.
You've been fucking him the whole time.
This is his kid, isn't it? Oh, man. That's what should have happened. And then they came in.
Yeah.
I would have been pumped.
Instead, they just come in now.
Yeah.
And we don't see it. Again, show us.
Yeah.
Show us, Quentin.
Yeah.
What you hiding behind?
Yeah. Well, yeah, we don't see what they do, but we do see the deadly Viper assassination squad walk up into the church. And then we hear screaming, and we do hear Black Mama say, Bill!
That's not what she said.
She didn't scream Bill?
No.
What'd she scream?
Special Agent Lundy's brother!
I should have fucking known. I was like, damn it, I really fucked that up? So now we're at Bud's place, middle of the desert.
This is Mr. Blonde, is Bud.
Mr. Blonde. Bud's Chicken. That would have been great. If there was some connection, some tie.
Yeah.
Like he made a bunch of money back in the day killing people, and then he opened up Bud's Chicken. And
I mean, that would have been better than what he is fucking doing.
that is true, yeah.
If you guys saw Reservoir Dogs, Mr. Blonde is the fucking man. He's torturing people. He's the cool, like, he served some time for the family and then
This
came
guy's
back
a great actor.
and did the robbery, and then he's fucking cutting the guy's ear. Stuck in the middle with you. Yes, I'm that guy. He's like cutting the guy's ear off. And he's talking into the ear.
That's how you do it.
None of that shit in this movie. He lives in a trailer in the desert, and he's like fat and sad.
Yeah.
Has a shitty job.
And we'll
Fucking
say
Mr. Blonde.
We'll say
man.
for the sake of diet that he's just getting really method. That's why he looks like this now, right? You know,
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah.
that dude's he's watching. He's like, yeah. It's like, it's like, yeah, that's what it was. But we heard his voice at the end of the first movie say, "That woman deserves her revenge, and we deserve to die." And then now we see him say, like, we're at his place, and we see him say now, "You telling me she cut her way through 88 bodyguards before she got to Oren?" And then we see Bill standing there, and he's like, "Well,
Special Agent Lundy's brother.
Special Agent Lundy's brother." And he's like, "Well, it wasn't really like 88. They just fucking call themselves the 88, you know?"
All this movie did was make things from the first movie not as cool as they were.
Well, I don't think that he was really telling the truth. I think he was trying to downplay it to try and get Bud to be more likely to do what he says.
I mean, I hope.
I think that was what it was. Like, don't be as scared as you are. But he tries to be like, over this conversation, which I'll get into, he's trying to be like, listen, you need my fucking help. I want to help you. Otherwise, you're going to die. But, it's not that crazy, like, she didn't actually kill 88 people. Like, we can kill her, but we just have to work together. That's what I truly think he's trying to get by.
Sure, I hope you're right. That's way better than just it not really being 88 people.
Yeah.
It was only like 62. It's not that cool.
Yeah.
There were 26 more people, she'd be dead right now.
Yeah. There was a fun fact, and I'm kind of fucking it right now. The car that I guess he pulled up in is it's a fucking
fast car?
No, it's
You got a fast car.
What's that animal? That's nice. But what's that animal that
Tracy Chapman
No.
is a woman?
Oh my god.
Chuck Dahlia, if you're listening right now, Chuck Dahlia and I were at Brass Ring.
Oh my god.
And Fast Car came on, and I referenced Tracy Chapman being a man, and he was like, Tracy Chapman's not a man. Tracy Chapman's a woman. And then I Googled it, and yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Or the other way around. Now I'm forgetting. You keep talking.
Fuck.
I'm not going to know whatever the car fact.
I mean, there's so many genders now. Fuck. Who
the
knows?
car fact you were going to do.
So the car fact is that's not a fucking honey badger. What the fuck is it called? It's like a certain animal that kills snakes. And that car is named after that animal, and that's also what Bill is basically.
Is that a barracuda?
No. But you guys know what I'm talking about. I mean,
I have triples of barracuda.
Really?
Yeah, I got triples of barracuda, triples of Nova, triples of Roadrunner.
I like Roadrunners.
Yeah, triples is best because that way, if I scratch one, I got one mint conviction, then I have the backup in case I scratch that one. Triples is the way to go.
Yeah,
triples is best.
Always gotta have backups.
And I have a wife.
I have no idea.
You've seen her, right? You've seen my wife. Tell him about my wife.
Oh yeah, his wife. Super hot. I mean, just so hot. Like really hot. Like, oh man, curves. Curves.
And she's gonna be okay, right? Tell them she's gonna be okay.
She's gonna be okay.
And about the cars?
Yeah, with cars. There's cars.
My cars.
His cars.
Tell them about the cars.
What are we talking about?
Triples of the Nova.
Triples
of the Barracuda.
Triples of Barracuda Nova.
And triples of the Roadrunner.
Hot wife and cars. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Boom. Back in the story. Don't know what's going on. Oh, he says that it's not 88. Oh, and it's a honey badger fucking car. He's a honey badger. He controls snakes. He's the snake controller. That's his nickname. And all of his people that he loves that are part of the Deadly Assassination Squad, they're named after snakes. He's a snake handler. He drives a snake handler car. That's the fun fact. Fuck you guys. He then tells him that she did it with a sushi sword. And Bud can't believe it. Bud's like, oh my God, she's got a sushi sword? A sushi sword? And then he's like, do you still have your sushi sword? So Bill asked
Did you do this joke last time? Where you don't say what the sword is and you call it a sushi sword?
Yeah.
I don't remember you doing this last time.
Oh, the entire time. It's not a Hantari Hanzo sword. It's a sushi sword. The guy is a sushi master. He cuts sushi.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Sushi sword.
Yeah.
So yeah, and he's the only one that makes sushi swords because he's the sushi master and he makes sushi swords. So Bud can't believe it. He's like,
I
oh my God.
one time had a real sushi chef make me a real sushi sandwiches.
I don't know what that's from. What the fuck? A sushi sandwich?
Yeah. I had a real sushi chef make me a real sushi sandwich.
Oh, man. Why does that sound so ridiculous?
Because it's the most ridiculous thing in the world. I had a real sushi chef make me a real sushi sandwich. Yeah. Why does that sound so ridiculous? Because it is ridiculous. It's a nonsense sentence.
I want a sushi sandwich. Do you think we can get a sushi sandwich? Is that a... No? All right.
No.
All right. Well... Guys, sushi sword, sushi sandwiches. He's like, are you fucking kidding me? A sushi sword? And the guy's like, oh my God, I heard the sushi guy was never going to make a sushi sword again. This is so ridiculous the way I wrote this. Sword of fucking God himself. And now you're telling me sushi guy made a sushi sword? I love taking the notes, man. It's so fucking ridiculous. You're telling me this guy that swore to fucking God? And Bill's like, yep. Or
Special Agent Lundy's brother.
Special Agent Lundy's brother's like, yep, yeah. And Bud then tells Special Agent Lundy's brother
Mr. Blonde told Special Agent Lundy's brother
that he pawned his sushi sword. He's like, yeah, I just sold it. And he's like, what the fuck? You sold a sushi sword that's priceless. And he's like, not in El Paso, it's not. I got $250 for that thing. I fucking love it, dude. He then says he's like, listen, man, I'm a fucking bouncer, all right? All she's got to do is come down to the fucking club, and we're going at it. And that's what a real bouncer would say in that scenario.
Absolutely.
And that's what I fucking love about
like, I'll bounce her from the club. No questions asked.
All she's got to do is come on down to the club, and we're doing it. But
so before we go to the club.
Yeah. No, we're almost
next?
there.
Okay.
Yeah. But Special Agent Lundy's brother is trying to reason with him, and we hear our first bleep talking about Black Mamba.
People.
Black.
And Special Agent Lundy's brother has some choice language for him. And Tarantino was right to bleep it out.
Yeah. So they bleep about, and just basically saying, like, once again, like, you know, without my help, you're going to fucking die. And then Bud says, and I love this, he goes, I don't dodge guilt, and I don't Jew out of paying my comeuppance.
Yeah, you would like that. You're like, I fucking love this. He puts down the Jewish people, and it's awesome.
But, like, his cadence, the actor, dude, is amazing.
I fucking love it.
It's the way he says it. It's so great. That woman deserves her revenge.
He said, I fucking love this.
And we deserve to die. But
I don't Jew out of paying my comeuppance. You love it.
I love it. That woman deserves her revenge, and we deserve to die. But then again, so does she. So I guess we'll just see, won't we? And I'm like, what kind of fucking riddle was that? That was
anti-Semitic kind.
I guess it is. I'm like, man, that's slang for something. So with that,
slang for hating the Jewish people.
All right, dude.
I don't Jew out of paying my comeuppance. All right. You know how those Jews, they're always avoiding their comeuppance. Yeah, the Jews are always avoiding their comeuppance. Nothing bad ever happened to the Jews. The Jews have always kept their head above water. Never have anything bad happen to them.
Listen, Bud is a stand-up guy. Okay,
Bud's a piece of shit.
He understands. He's like, listen, We deserve to die. All right? He gets it.
All right, I ain't no Jew avoiding death. All right,
He fucking gets it,
I
dude.
pay my debts. I don't Jew out of them.
That means I deserve to die.
God, guys, for editing purposes, we're gonna take a quick break, but don't go anywhere because we're just getting started.
Oh, fucking Jews, dude.
And we're back. Hey, Derek Jeter, fuck you.
Sorry, I just felt like doing it. What? Goofy never hurt no one, dude.
Yeah, he did. Are you kidding me?
What'd he do?
I don't know, but what's the deal with all of that? Because, like, Goofy's a dog, right?
Uh-huh.
So Pluto is also a dog.
Yeah. But
Pluto is, like, kept in a fucking kennel and fed out of a bowl and shit.
yeah, but Pluto doesn't talk.
Is Pluto a disabled person? And Mickey, like, keeps Pluto as a pet.
David.
Is Pluto retarded is what I'm trying to ask.
Disabled dog, not person.
But they're all kind of people. They do people shit. we can't act like Mickey Mouse is just a normal run-of-the-mill mouse. All
Yeah,
right?
I guess.
Don't give me that shit. Goofy's not a run-of-the-mill dog. Pluto seems like a run-of-the-mill dog, but in a world where that doesn't exist.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah.
Because
Is Pluto retarded? And they're like, well, just feed him out of a bowl and get mad at him sometimes and pet him.
I'm
Love it.
sure it's got to be something like that because Goofy's got a son. We've seen him.
Yeah.
And he
The
talks.
movie, and he's got that friend who's really into cheddar.
yeah,
He's got like the cheese thing. He's like, I got the cheddar, man.
the
It's so good.
cheddar, bro. And they actually have pretty cool outfits. So they got like good.
Yeah. Pluto's just
fashion
naked
sense.
running around on all fours.
Yeah. Wow.
It's fucking nuts, man.
Man, I wonder if there's something deep behind that. Conspiracy theorists, let us know.
I don't want you guys anywhere near our podcast. All right?
Just DM
Brandon
me.
and I are going to disagree on that one.
DM me on the side.
No, conspiracy dude, don't watch this. Yeah.
What?
Don't watch our fucking podcast.
What?
Don't listen.
All right.
Yeah.
No. You can watch.
No. You can't.
I'm gonna stand up
can't.
for you.
You people, yeah. They're the ones who need it.
I'm-
You're gonna put down the Jews, but you're gonna stand up for the conspiracy people. They're the ones who need your support.
Man, anything that starts with a J, it's got to go. Jews, Japs, get them out of here. No, it's not mean enough. Man. I was going to say something really mean.
I don't think you were. I think you couldn't think of something really mean, and you kind of stumped. You put yourself in a weird corner, and you weren't able to get out of it.
Yeah.
And I'm just doing filler, giving you a chance to get out of it.
No, I like weird corners where I feel trapped.
Yeah. It's great podcasting, too.
It's
People are like, this is really fun. I'm glad they're not talking about Kill Bill. And instead, Braden's like, no, it's not mean enough. And then he's just quiet for a while. And so I was going to say something mean.
Yeah.
That's what people listen for. They're like, I really hope they talk about the movie and then for 4 minutes talk about absolutely nothing.
Damn, you kept time too? Fuck.
I mean, I looked. You got the time ticking right there.
You fuck. All right. Well, now I'm all self-conscious. Back to this.
You do it like this is on me. Like this is on me. You're like, it's all the J's, the Jews, the Japs. No, that's not mean enough. Hold on. And then you were just quiet.
Look, David, I don't know what to do.
Don't make it seem like I'm being the asshole here.
You're being mean.
No, you were trying to be mean and couldn't.
Exactly. And
It's
now,
not on me.
and now,
It's not on me. Don't put yourself in the spot where you're like, all right, I'll be meaner. And then have nothing.
and now look.
And you have nothing.
Now you're being more mean.
No, you're being a fucking Jew.
All right.
And a Jap.
All right. Fine. You win.
This is a bad episode.
No, it's not.
So far.
I think it's been great so far. I think it was just this 1 minute of you just shitting on my
It's this-
J joke.
Yeah, but you didn't give your J joke a chance to breathe. You immediately were like, no, hold on, not that joke. And then you had nothing.
Yeah.
Had you just said it's all the J's, Jews, and Japs, I would have given you that joke.
Oh, now it's...
You decided to up the stakes. You were like, I'm going to be meaner than that. And then you just weren't.
So then you decided, all right, well, he wasn't
Someone's got to be mean.
He wasn't mean enough.
You promised the listener it was going to be meaner than you saying it's all the problems with the Jews and the Japs. And you were like, we can do better. We can get meaner than that.
And now look.
Someone had to deliver.
And now look.
And I don't think I did. I don't think I did.
Did you start with fuck Derek Jeter? Did we get that?
You went during it.
See,
so I did a quick one.
Well, that was the extra J I was looking for. The Jews, Japs, and Jeter. That was the whole thing.
That would have been a good joke.
That's why I was stumped for a second. I was like, I know there's another J.
Yeah, that would have been a great joke.
And then you started shitting on me. I got really self-conscious. Like, I know there's another J, but now I'm getting self-conscious.
Hold on. I started shitting on you about 30 seconds after that. I gave you time to do something.
I felt the pressure coming in. I was like, David's he's eyeballing me super hard. He's gonna get on me. I know it. Now I can't think of the J. Fuck. It's not mean enough. Nothing's ever good enough. And then look. I'm just never enough. All right?
Not. It's never.
All right. Well, we covered 3 bases. Jews, Japs, and Jeter. Fuck them, right?
Fuck them.
Fuck them.
Just Jeter on my end, but to each their own.
All right, so we're back, guys. We're back, and we're at Bud's workplace. It's called
Mr. Blonde.
Mr. Blonde. It's called My Oh My Club. And I love it. That's one of Terry's fucking phrases. My oh my. Oh my. I love it.
Terry.
Oh my.
Terry who?
Terry Hudson, baby. That's my dog.
He says my oh my?
He says oh my.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh my. I'm just like, dude, that's crazy. That's your response to everything. But Bud arrives 20 minutes late to work. And the moment he gets in, his boss fucking yells at the bartender. Is Bud here? Mr. Blonde? Get him the fuck in here. So he goes into the office, and we see this guy that is, man, he is the best boss. Give him, like, the Boss of the Year award. Because this guy...
Done.
No.
I said done.
Oh, done.
Yeah. Give it to him.
Because we walk in, and he is taking a line of Coke, and he's got some stripper with him, and he tells her to be somebody.
Be somebody.
It's like, come on, babe, be somebody. So she takes a line of Coke, and he comes in, and immediately he's like, I don't know what fucking car wash allowed you to be 20 minutes fucking late, but it wasn't owned by me, and I own a fucking car wash. And I'm like, oh, wow. This guy owns a strip club, a car wash.
Pretty impressive, huh?
Yeah, pretty cool.
I got a diverse portfolio.
Yeah. But Mr. Blonde tells him there's nobody there. There's nobody to bounce. And he's like, hold on. So what you're telling me is the reason you're not doing your job that I'm paying you to do is because you don't have a job to do? I mean, what are you telling me? What are you trying to convince me of, huh? He's kind of got like almost like an Italian. He doesn't really look Italian, but he's kind of got like an Italian kind of like feng shui about him. You're telling me you're as useless as an asshole right fucking here? Eh?
Points at his elbow.
Yeah.
So they can see it.
Hopefully, oh yeah,
the audio.
Yeah. Points at his.
I think you nailed it on the camera.
Thank you. Yeah. It makes sense. And Mr. Blonde's like, oh man, I'm fucked. And this is where Quentin Tarantino does a really great job at starting to make you feel a certain type of way, which is bad for Mr. Blonde. Mr. Bossman, that's what I'm going to call him. Mr. Bossman then takes him off the fucking schedule. He's like, when do you work next?
He's like, you work tomorrow? And he
Mr.
goes,
Blonde.
yeah. And then he looks like, no, you don't. You're not even on the. You don't even know when you fucking work. You're not on the schedule. Which I hope he improv that.
Yeah.
I hope he was supposed to be the guy's like, this is so much better.
Because
this is so much better.
Because the name was written on certain parts of the schedule, and he goes and like he starts scribbling. He's like, you're not fucking working.
He's like, Wednesday? Thursday? Nope. She just keeps scratching him up.
Yeah, he's like, apparently fucking with your cat's the only thing you kids seem to understand, okay? And then he's
It's
like...
the only thing I understand.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. And it does make sense for Mr. Blonde. Like, his kind of character and the things that we've seen, like, that totally makes sense to me. I think it was a really good line. And I hope it was improv, because this actor's killing it right now.
No way he improv fucking with your cash.
Yeah,
You.
I guess. But he says, before Mr. Blonde leaves, he says, Rocket's got a job for you, too, before you leave. And then he goes, and that fucking hat. How many fucking times have I fucking told you about that fucking hat?
He's wearing a cowboy hat.
That fucking hat. How many times? How many? it's like I love this fucking actor. I thought this guy did amazing.
And then but Mr. Bond takes the hat off. Like it said, he all sad and defeated, takes the hat off.
Yeah.
This is not a cool assassin character. This is like a sad, washed up fucking just white trash, sad person.
Yeah, and Quentin's doing all this for a very specific reason, I feel. But as Bud is leaving, the stripper Rocket walks up to him and just like very, very kind of casually, but in a very shitty way, tells him that the toilet is at it again and that there's shitty water all over the floor. And he says, like a bitch, I'll clean it up.
Rocket.
I'll clean it up, Rocket.
He hesitated that much. Goes,
yeah.
All right, I'll clean it. Rocket.
So you're really feeling
sad.
bad.
You're just like, oh, what a life.
Yeah. And then he gets back to his trailer in the middle of the fucking desert, like at night. And as he's like about to go in, he kind of has like a moment to himself. You don't really get what he's pondering, but you kind of can speculate to a degree. But when he goes inside, he starts playing a song. And as the song is playing, we see Black Mamba underneath his trailer roll from underneath it and kind of start to like make her way to the front door. And we hear this song, how many times have you heard someone say... You want to...
It's not a duet. You got it.
If I had his money, I could do things my way. But little they know that it's so hard to find one rich man in 10 with a satisfied mind. That's all I'm going to give you guys right now. I mean, it's a nice country song. I'm like, man, old country, way better than new country. That's just,
You don't like Florida Georgia Line?
Fuck no.
You don't like Sam Hunt?
Get him out of here. Actually, I don't know who Sam Hunt is.
He's just another new person.
Yeah, get him out of here.
Wheeler Walker Jr. Talks a lot of shit about them.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Because I'm like a Willie Nelson kind of fucking guy. Then we hear dogs bark, and then that's when we kind of hear like the music kind of go off the track. I guess it's on like a record player or something. And Mr. Blonde goes up to like the window, and Black Mama is standing directly underneath the window, and he like kind of looks out. We don't see him look down. Goes back, starts playing the music, and we hear, how many times have you heard someone say? And then Black Mama opens the door very like dramatically, and we just see Mr. Blonde send her fucking packing with a shotgun blast to the chest. She goes literally like 10 fucking feet, maybe 60 feet. What do you think? Shane McMahon style?
230 feet.
230 feet
minimum.
Out the front door, minimum, and bloodied up right in the tits. Like literally, like, and it's distinct where it's not like the whole chest. It's like one tit bloodied, other tit bloodied, and she is hurting for a certain. So basically all that buildup was just for that shock value. Like for us to feel bad that we don't think that he's like some deadly assassin. You know what I'm saying? Like to feel bad. Yeah. It's like, no. He knows what the fuck he's doing.
Like, oh, she's going to kill him so fucking easily.
Which I like that because he knows what he's doing. He's playing energy almost. Like, oh, if I commit to this energy of like feel bad, like almost like I can manipulate the universe in some weird energetic kind of way, which will play into, I don't know, Black Mamba, I guess, too. Because she totally thought it was time to storm that front door. So he got her. But Bud walks over to her and was like standing like over her and says, ain't nobody a badass with a double dose of rock salt dug deep in their tits. I'm like, amen, Mr. Blonde.
So
Amen.
So rock salt.
I don't really understand what rock salt is.
I assume that means they're like
little pellets rather than.
It's like pepper bullets.
Yeah.
Because she was 2 feet away from him and he shot her in the chest with a shotgun.
Yeah.
She would be dead if it was shotgun shells.
Yeah. And so we see that she's still living, and what does Black Mamba do? Well, she does what she always does. She spits blood in the motherfucker's face. But she doesn't know who she's spitting fucking what in what's face because Mr. Blonde. You like the way I said that?
I love what happens in this scene.
Mr. Blonde spits back in her face, but it's a bunch of dip.
Gross.
So it's like dip,
Such
spit.
gross spit. It
It's
covers her face. You're like,
and you can see the contrast because her face
sucks.
is like white and the spit is like brown. So nasty. Ugh, so nasty. She kind of threw up in my mouth right there. And then he says, I win. And then injects her like in the ass with something, and she's like passed out cold. And then he calls badass, beautiful, one-eyed woman. Sounds like the name of a song or something.
oh, she's badass, beautiful, one-eyed woman.
Oh, that got it going.
Crazy that got it going.
Yeah. But calls her and tells her that Black Mama's passed out and that he has her sushi sword. And one-eyed woman cannot fucking believe it.
Brayden and I watched the Dr. Steve Brule, whatever the fuck his name is.
Uh-huh.
And he doesn't say, I had a real sushi chef make me real sushi sandwiches. He says, I have a real sushi lady make me a real sushi sandwich.
He's got like little glasses.
So fucking stupid.
I love it.
I have a real sushi lady making real sushi sandwiches.
Oh, man. Who doesn't want a sushi lady with some sushi sandwiches?
I mean, I've never met anyone who doesn't.
But she immediately is trying to make a deal for the sushi sword. And he's like, all right, tomorrow morning, $1 million for the sushi sword. And she says, deal under one condition. She must suffer to her last breath. And he's like, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. No, he actually doesn't. He doesn't say that. But I really wish he did.
And I kind of felt like he might have said that. You said it. I was like, I think did he say that?
Fuck, maybe he did.
I mean, I don't think so.
I don't know. I actually say that. That's my shit.
Yeah.
Lemon, easy peasy lemon squeezy. That's like, it's my go-to.
That's your shit.
Yeah. But I wish. I don't know. We'll have to watch back and see. Later that night, under the full moon, Black Mamba wakes up in the back of Mr. Blonde's truck. Mr. Blonde says, wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey. He actually did say that. He did say that. And she's all tied up. We see we're at a cemetery. We hear someone say, I'm done. Get me out of this hole. And then we see Mr. Blonde help some guy out who I just want to refer to as Huckleberry.
Why?
I don't know. He looks like a Huckleberry fuck.
All right.
Right?
All right, we'll roll with Huckleberry.
Yeah, Huckleberry walks over. Or like a Humpty Dumpty, but like Huckleberry.
Yeah. Stick with it. You got it. You nailed it.
And
you nailed it.
They both walk over Black Mamba, and this is some of the best lines in the movie. And Huckleberry says...
Better than chewing out of your comeuppance?
Oh, yeah. He goes, whoa, look at those eyes. This bitch is furious. And then Mr. Blonde says, what did I tell you? Isn't she the cutest little blonde pussy you ever saw? Or is she the cutest little blonde pussy you ever saw? And without skipping a fucking beat, Huckleberry says, I seen better. I seen better.
Has nothing after that. Just,
Yeah.
I've seen better.
Well, and then he makes like some dumb Huckleberry joke about the silent treatment. He's like, this is what them women call the silent treatment. Funny thing is, we let them think we don't like it. And you know what? You know how many fucking times I've heard that dumb fucking joke by some Huckleberry fuck?
7.
7, probably. Yeah. And probably saw it from the movie, forgot about it, and just thought, I'm
This
original.
is my joke. This is my joke. Nuh-uh.
I thought of it.
Guys.
Everyone,
It's my joke.
I got it.
This is mine.
They then grab her, and she starts fighting a bunch. And this is basically my next favorite line of the movie. But he goes, hey! Fucking like grabs her. He says, you see this? Like whips this out as if it's, say the mic is the can. He goes, as a can of mace. You're going underneath the ground tonight. And that's all there is to it. I want to bury you. I was going to bury you with this. It's a flashlight. But if you're going to act like a horse's ass, I'm going to spray this whole goddamn can right into your eyeballs. And then you're going to be blind, burning, and buried alive.
Triple B's, baby.
Triple fucking B's, just like the triple J's.
There we go.
Now, what's it going to be, sister? Which is funny. I like the way they refer to themselves as sisters and brothers and stuff. Like, they're all supposed to be part of, like, some family. God, just family troubles, man. And she chooses the flashlight, and he's like...
As one would.
He's like...
Your options are you can have a flashlight or I can spray your eyes full of mace. You better pick flashlight 10 times out of 10.
You're going to be blind, burning, and buried alive. And he's like, that's a wise decision. So now she's getting buried the fuck alive. Mr. Blonde, as he's nailing in the last one, just a little dim light as we see from her perspective, he says, this is for breaking my brother's heart. Nails it in. I'm like, God damn it, dude. That is loyalty.
This is a tough scene if you're claustrophobic.
It is.
You're kind of like, oh my God, this is awful.
Yeah.
This seems so fucking awful.
And they get pretty nitty gritty into it because they start to bury her, and we get that. We get so it gets like completely pitch black, and the sounds that we hear is the dirt that is being piled on top of the coffin. So it is really starting to make you feel more claustrophobic as the scene's going on. She's starting to panic. She's crying. She's like huffing and puffing. Yeah, and you definitely feel the tension building as she's being literally buried. But then she starts to like compose herself, and she turned on the flashlight at some part of this, and she kind of starts to compose herself, and she turns off the flashlight because once she composes herself, she realizes like, oh, I only have so much battery life. I need to think. Like, I need to compose myself. I need to think. So I'm going to take a moment. I'm going to turn the flashlight off and like think. And that's when we go to chapter 8, the cruel tutelage of Pai Mei. So we fade in. Thank you for that, David. It's 8. If you guys are watching, David's holding up at 8.
Who's the 8th president of the United States?
What do I look like? Someone that's fucking into presidents or something?
Yeah.
Oh, because then it's
Martin Van Buren.
Yeah.
He had the Van Buren boys. They were a New York street gang. That was their sign.
Are you serious?
They'd go.
I have no idea.
Do
if you're
this.
fucking with me.
It was in an episode of Seinfeld.
God damn it, David.
The Van Buren boys. What a ridiculous premise. What a ridiculous fucking premise. The name of the street gang was the Van Buren Boys.
Dude, you're talking to someone
after President Martin Van Buren, and their gang side was just holding up 8 fingers. He was the 8th president.
David, you're talking to someone whose father says he was part of the Cabana Colony Boys.
That doesn't sound as ridiculous to me.
It doesn't. It's not.
Cabana Colony's a kind of shitty place.
Yeah.
And I would think that they had some rough people.
Yeah.
Martin Van Buren. In the 90s, there's a street gang named after Martin Van Buren.
Who knows, man?
The 8th president. No, it's a ridiculous thing. Cabana Colony's a shitty area around here.
I don't know what's going on with the 8th president. Like, what if he was some crazy dude who was like robbing other countries, importing goods at super low prices?
He was the 8th president in a time where it didn't matter. He had slaves.
Yeah, I guess
that was the craziest thing. He had slaves because everyone had them.
I mean, you could have told me something that I'd have been like, all right, yeah, I could see it.
I mean, you were like, you serious? I don't know if you're making this up.
Yeah. No, you
And I didn't make it up.
you
but,
could have said,
but Jerry Seinfeld and Larry David did.
if it was any name that I did not know, I would have been like, well, all right, I guess that guy was the 8th president and he did that. Look at that. Learn something new.
Uh-huh.
That's why Wikipedia is never a good choice, all right? If anyone's going out there and like, oh, I want to now look at the 8th president, don't go to Wikipedia. David might have maybe put that in there. Who knows?
I didn't.
Well, he says he didn't, but if it says that, maybe, I don't know. Maybe he did.
You're right. Seinfeld's this like small little like not this little known show that not a lot of people are familiar with. It probably would have been me if it's on Wikipedia. Millions of people aren't familiar with Seinfeld.
I guess that's a good point. But so Bill is telling because we cut around a little bit, so I don't want
Who?
This Bill or Special Agent Lundy's brother.
Okay. Yeah.
Is telling a story about Pai Mei walking past a monk. I love this. This is a ridiculous story. Walking past a monk who didn't notice Pai Mei. And not just notice him walking by, Pai Mei nodded at him, and the monk didn't notice. So the next morning, Pai Mei goes to the monk's temple and tells them that the monk must offer his fucking neck or else. And they're like, yo, dude, we have no idea what you're talking about. We're monks. This is a temple. We're about peace, prayer. Like, calm down. So then Pai Mei goes on a fucking killing spree, a massacre, and this is now a legend known as the Massacre of the Shaolin Temple, and he kills all of the monks. There's 60 of them. 60 monks. He just goes on a massacre, killing them all. Can you imagine being like, yeah, the dude that's
He did it on the orders of President Martin Van Buren.
Ah, there you go. Wow, look at that. But can you imagine, though, being like, hey, dude, the person that's going to train you for the next year, he killed 60 people, an entire church. Like, it wasn't just 60, an entire church of monks, because one monk didn't notice that he nodded at him.
You know what I would say? Oh, no thanks. I don't want to train with this person. I don't need to meet him.
Sounds,
No.
I'm good.
Yeah. Sounds like something I don't need in my life right now.
But what the funny thing is, I wrote down, talk about a fragile ego, right? Like you're the best. Imagine you're the best mixed martial artist, or just whatever you want to call this guy, of all time.
Chink.
Yeah.
It's the best chink
of all time.
Of all time.
And he's not a Jap. He makes it very clear he hates.
Oh, my God.
We'll get back into it. He hates the Japs. So he's a chink. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a chink. He hates the Japs. And he'll do anything to anyone if he doesn't get his respect. So, Bill goes on to say that,
Who?
Oh, my bad. Fucking Jesus. Special Agent Lundy's brother. And he starts explaining that, my bad. I should have said a little bit more. They're at a campfire.
His brother, Special Agent Frank Lundy of the FBI. He was tasked with finding the Bay Harbor Butcher in season 2 of Dexter.
That's right. The way
Does he find him? Does he bring him to justice? Tune in to find out.
So Sally, her editing is just a little. It's just a little all over the place. So we cut to just a scene of back in the day when Special Agent Lundy's brother is explaining to Black Mamba at a campfire the legend of Pai Mei, and the legend also of the 5-point finger heart exploding technique. And then that he'll never teach it to anyone. Just like how Sushi Sword, Sushi Guy would never create another
Lady.
Sushi Sword.
Real Sushi Lady make a real sushi sandwich.
That's right. But yeah, it just explains, like, once you do the 5-finger point technique, the person walks away, does 5 steps, and their heart explodes. And she's loving it like a little girl. She's like, oh my God, tell me more. He then tells her to always obey Pai Mei, and that if you flash him, even for an instant, a defiant eye, he'll pluck it out. And if you throw any American sass his way, He'll snap your back and your neck like they were twigs. I say the same shit to my bitches. I said, bitch, you throw any American sass my way, I'm going to snap your neck and your back like they were fucking twigs. And she said, and you know what they say? I said, that's hot, daddy. And they call me daddy, just like that. And then I say, yeah. And then I walk off. But yeah, you know, it's just...
I don't think most of that's ever happened.
I've said some ridiculous shit in my day, okay? All in good context, but...
All to establish dominance.
And
create fear.
Yes. Because how else... Yeah. How else do you control someone, David?
It's all to intimidate.
We saw what happened in Rambo.
That's right.
This my village.
This our village. This our river.
Oh my God. Massacres, they're fun. They're so fun to cover. But he goes on to tell her that this is the deadliest blow in all of mixed martial arts. And yeah, I wrote down it's some top G shit. Only top G's would know about the 5-point heart exploding technique. Only top G's. But now we're at Pai Mei's place.
So before we're there.
Oh God.
For editing purposes, we're gonna take a quick break.
You guys
don't go anywhere. You won't even know we're gone. It's literally I'm gonna finish a sentence and then we'll be like, yeah, and we're back. Ah! And we're back.
Hi.
Hey, Derek Cheater. Fuck you.
God.
All right, back to the movie.
Yeah, back. We're back. We're at Pai Mei's place. It sounds like a restaurant too. A lot of weird little names in this and make certain weird references to them. I don't know. It just pops in my head. I think Quentin Tarantino was just he's kind of on the fly for the way I think he just like makes his movies. Like even one of the songs, he was like in an airport. There was like a little fun fact and it like overplayed and he like ran up to this guy who's like, "What fucking song is this?" And then like, yeah,
ran up to what guy?
Some dude who's working at the airport that was like working like a fucking concession stand. Like, you want some water? And he's like, "What fucking song's playing right now?"
Was the guy like, I don't know?
I think it was Twisted Nerve or some shit. It was one of the songs, or maybe Woohoo, Woohoo. I think it was that song. It was like, I need to have this song in my film. What song is this? And the guy's like, I don't fucking know, dude. You don't got Shazam on your phone?
You're at the Sbarro in the airport.
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
Yeah. Order or leave, dude. And especially Quentin Tarantino, can you
just
see
aggressive?
Yeah, and he's just in your face.
What is the fucking movie?
Yeah,
what is the fucking song that's playing right now? Give me the song.
Yeah, that was literally like,
shut the fuck up and give me the song.
That was literally like his energy, like while I was explaining it, like in the interview.
Yeah,
it was like that.
It's always his energy.
Yeah, it really is. But we see,
you've seen Jamie Foxx talk about like first day on set for Django Unchained.
No. I think
like Quentin Tarantino comes up after the first scene. He's like, "All right, I knew this was gonna be a fucking problem with you. Like, you pull up here with your fucking Gucci bag and your Range Rover. Like, you're not supposed to be cool. All right, you're a fucking slave. All right, you're not fucking cool. All right, you're a fucking slave. You don't know how to read. You're a slave."
That is
Jamie Foxx does.
I'm so sure that's exactly what happened.
Yeah. And people are like, "Oh, would you ever work with him again?" He's like, "Absolutely."
Yeah.
He's like, "I would love to work with him again."
Dude, and you know what's funny is, you know who's supposed to play that role before him? Will Smith. That was Quentin Tarantino's like main person that he wanted, and Will Smith turned it down. He was like, I'll do all this other slave movie stuff, but this is just mean.
I don't want to be like a cool.
Yeah.
I don't want to do a movie where the slaves win.
Because I
want to be a sad slave getting beaten, but not be cool and learn how to kill people.
Yeah. There was something about it where Will Smith was trying to say it was like someone a little bit with scheduling, but he was really trying to also, he went into about how he didn't like the direction that Quentin Tarantino took like a slave that ended up with this revenge story. He wanted it to be more about a love story than a revenge story, and he thought it was like too Quentin Tarantino-y, basically, for Will Smith. And it's like, Will Smith, you're a pussy.
You know,
bro.
it probably was too Quentin Tarantino.
It was.
For Will Smith.
It definitely was. You saw how fucking flustered he got over one wife comment? Look at him.
Look at him now.
Yeah. No.
Successful winning Oscars. Fuck him.
Fuck him.
Doing the Slave movie where is he banned from the Oscars? Is that a thing?
I think so.
Like he's banned for because the Slave movie probably would have won.
They probably banned him, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Oscars in like a year was like,
He shows up.
we'll let him back.
He shows up with a fake mustache.
Yeah, that'd be the best part.
And he's like, did the Slave movie win?
It would be so fucked up if they let Will Smith back, but they're like, Chris Rock, you can't come back.
That'd be great.
It'd be too much.
You know,
too much discrepancy between you two.
I kind of hope they do that now.
Because we don't want there to be any drama.
I kind of hope they side with Will Smith, and they're like, Chris, you can't come.
Well, Chris, it's not about that. It's just Will might actually win an award.
Chris, I hope Chris Rock is in the best movie that comes out one year. Like it is,
like he should win the
Oscar. It is clearly gonna win an Oscar.
Yeah,
and it doesn't get nominated because they're like, well, Will Smith's gonna be there,
so we
can't have Chris Rock there.
Yeah,
don't nominate it.
Yeah, we don't want any.
That's what I hope happens.
Yeah. They're like, well, you were the one that made the joke,
so it was your fault. Keep Chris, look at me. Keep his wife's name out of your fucking mouth.
Like you didn't hear
I
Will
don't know
Smith.
how many times we got to tell you this?
Oh my god, that is best case scenario. So we're at Pai Mei's place. We see Special Agent Lundy's brother coming down the biggest staircase we ever seen. It's like you're looking at a fucking pyramid or some shit, but you don't see the top. And he walks out and he's like, all right. He's all like bloodied up too, and he's like out of breath. He's like, all right, he'll accept you as your as a student. He's like he's like flustered almost too. And he tells her, he's lonely, and that's why he's gonna train you. Because he's a lonely old man who never appreciated companionship, and that's why he's gonna take you in. Because he's sad. He's a sad, lonely old man.
That's exactly what he says.
Yeah. And then he's like, all right, good luck. Bye. It's going to take a long time. I don't know exactly how long. Maybe years. Peace. Leaves. And then she goes up after many steps. It's like a fucking montage of steps. Montage! She gets to the top and she meets Pai Mei, who is looking like the most holy chink angel I've ever seen in my life. He's got like a long beard, long eyebrows. They're all like exquisite looking, and I don't even know how to explain it.
It's just, you can keep doing it, but chink is not an acceptable term to the Chinese people.
Oh, totally not, dude.
Okay. Making sure you knew, because you said it casually enough to where I'd be like, Braden might think it's just fine.
This episode, there's no hold bars, all right, bro? They got into our fucking airspace
Sure.
and they were chilling there thinking they were just going to chill. We shut that shit down. Shut it the fuck down, bro. What are you going to do now? You going to keep spying on us? Actually, I want to hold my words because we could be in World War III any minute.
They just invade us and then...
Well, that would actually be the worst thing that any country could do. You know why, David? Because we're the land of the free, the home and the brave, all right? Home of the land of the free and brave. Whatever, you get what I'm trying to say.
You nailed it the first time.
Did I? I don't even know.
I'm not so brave.
We got guns everywhere, bro. Actually, there's a fun fact. We have, it's some ridiculous, I'm not going to hit it on perfectly, but we have like per person, compared to every other human in the world, every other country with every other human, we have like per human 4 times the amount of guns. Just per person, we have 4 guns compared to like every other person in the world. Essentially, like we have more guns than we know what to do with. We have more guns than we do people in the United States.
We know what to do with them.
Yeah, we do.
Shoot up schools.
Ah, there we go. Too soon. No, it's not.
When was the last school shooting?
There's actually been like, no, I'm not even kidding. There's been like 70 this year so far.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's great. We got so many guns.
Bang, bang.
We got a lot of guns. It's very easy to get.
No holds bar on the Chinese today. I'm sorry if you're Chinese. I don't actually have anything against you guys. It's just,
He's not sorry.
Get the fuck out of my airspace, bro.
He's not sorry. I casually mentioned, like, hey, just so you know, it's derogatory towards him. He's like, I don't give a fuck. Fuck the Chinese, baby. Woo!
Woo! Gets me hyped up. So, yeah, we're at Pai Mei's place, and this guy is looking holy as shit.
Nope. That's not what you said.
Yeah, I was just kind
Called
of
him a holy chink angel.
Yeah, that is a better explanation, definitely. But he tells her to like they're communicating in Cantonese, and right, that was what it was. Yeah, and she's trying to talk in Japanese because she doesn't know that language, and he's like,
She's like, it's all the same.
yeah.
She's like, can we please just talk in Japanese? I know Japanese.
Yeah. But he's like he understands that she's there for him to train her, and then it's like, how the fuck am I going to train you if you can't speak my language? All right, well, I'm going to train you like a fucking dog. I'm going to point. I'm going to fucking whip you. I'm going to beat you with a stick. And then he asks like what her training is while he's stroking his beard. So every time he does a certain type of stroke with his beard, depending on his mood and like his emotions, which we'll get more into, which I love. I love it because I'm sure at first he wasn't doing that. And I swear, I bet Quentin was like, I want to see you stroke your beard.
I wish I could grow a silken Chinese beard.
Right?
That'd be so... Like, when my chin gets a little long,
It's
I
curly.
I love, like, grabbing it, though.
Yeah.
If it was long and silken, and I could just...
Oh, I would do that all day long.
All day, I would sit there and fuck with it.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Probably more connected with yourself, too, you know? You're not doing, like, little, like, biting your nails. You're like... elegantly just stroking your beard. You know, you must feel so much more of you.
Yeah.
In like the best way. That's why he's a holy chink angel. But as what her training is, she says, I am proficient in tiger crane style, and I am more than proficient in the exquisite art of the sushi sword. Don't make me laugh. And he whips his beard and he says, then she says her art, then says her art only works on Japanese fat heads. That's right. Abbreviated Jap threw me off. Jap fat heads. So yeah, he's got a thing against Japanese. Like, fuck it, your art. That shit only worked on Japanese fat heads. And then asked if she believes to be his match. And she's like, no. And he's like, are you aware I kill at will? And she's like, yes. And he's like, is it your wish to die? And she's like, no. And then he laughs again. And he's like, you must be stupid. So stupid. Rise and let me look at your ridiculous face. Which I love. I want someone to talk to me like that. Rise. Let me look at your stupid. So stupid. Your face is so dumb. And then he fucking yells. He's like, I despise the goddamn Japs. Which is like, whoa, dude. Whoa, bro.
I mean, he has every right to.
Well, I wrote, because who doesn't?
Well, I mean, World War II.
Yeah.
The Japanese were not too kind to the Chinese.
They were not, dude.
Yeah.
I heard some fucked up
he
shit.
should absolutely.
Yeah. But then tells
Buddy
her.
of mine was around back then.
Really?
He had to rape his mom.
Wow.
On order of the Japanese.
Is that like for real? Is that what they had to do?
I mean, there was a thing that happened. It wasn't a buddy of mine.
What was it?
I think
I know.
buddies with people in like their 80s.
But I'm saying, was that like a
Like-
legitimate order by like the Japanese?
Yeah, they made like kids fuck their moms,
Jesus.
and dads fuck their daughters, and dads fuck their sons. It got bananas.
Actually, I do. Now that you say
The
that,
rape
remember
of
about that.
Nanking.
Yeah. Wow. Ooh,
Someone's burning out in
Bad.
the fucking
Fucking
Dodge Dart.
Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
Guys, 6 more days. Vin Diesel told us, oh my God, there's going to be a trailer for Fast and the Furious. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 10.
It's the last one.
I hope.
They're doing Fast 10.
I hope. This has been a never-ending fucking vicious cycle throughout my life.
You would have thought Paul Walker's death would have ended it.
Nope.
Nuh-uh.
It just started it.
Nuh-uh.
They saw the way they were able to capitalize on his death, and they're like, oh my God, let's soak this up for 6 more films. What are we doing?
Yeah.
But he tells her to go grab a sushi sword. But I don't know if it's a sushi sword. I don't know if these swords were made by Hattori Hanzo. So
They were not.
They were not. So they're just swords. They're swords. Not a sushi sword. And if she can land a single blow, I'll bow down and call you master. And then throws his beard.
And she does. And then he's like, yeah, you're my master.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, you're my master.
Gets real sexual.
What are you going to do to me, master?
Oh, yeah. But, dude, this guy is a master because he starts defying physics on her fucking ass. She's trying to throw the sword around looking all cool, and he is spinning, literally just like, whoop, whoop. It's like when Goku goes Super Saiyan 3 against Beerus, the Lord of Destruction, and you're like, oh, my God, Super Saiyan 3? He's going to start beating the shit out of this guy and can't land a single blow. And then Beerus just literally flicks him and knocks him out, and you're like, whoa. Yeah, David knows what I'm talking about. A little Dragon Ball Z reference for you guys. If you guys didn't know, I'm the biggest Dragon Ball Z fan there fucking is. All right?
I mean, no shot.
Oh, that you know?
That you're the biggest Dragon Ball Z fan that there is.
Oh, I'm definitely a huge fan.
Yeah, but you think there's not some fucking weirdo who like goes through that guy's trash and is like fucking obsessed?
Yeah, like I won't deny there probably is someone who might be like more obsessed with me, but dude,
not probably. Without a doubt, I'm sure there's people who have stalked and tried to kill the creator of Dragon Ball Z because they love what he does so much.
I guess, yeah. That's a bit extreme, but I am a huge fan. Sure. I know everything about it. I really do. Like I know, like if there's one thing I am a weird fanatic about, it's Dragon Ball Z. I just don't really talk about it too much. Because it's very personal to me.
I think you do talk about it too much.
All right, fine. All right.
not on the show ever, just in general.
Oh, okay. Well, then, there's a little recognition for my love and my passion. There we go, yeah. So he's spinning around. He's not getting touched by the sword at all. Pai Mei is a fucking master. There's a point where she is about to stab me. We're like, oh, shit, it's coming right down the middle. He fucking jumps onto the sword, and she's like, what the fuck? And he goes, from this angle...
She's holding this. So you guys, she's holding it out, and he is standing on it, like in the air.
And like defying physics because she's not like feeling the weight of his actual weight on the sword. And he goes, from here you can get an excellent view of my foot, and then does a fucking backflip, kicks her in the face, lands back in front, and he laughs and he says, "You are amateur at best." I don't know why I'm giving. He's talking in Cantonese. And he goes, and he sends her.
I'm glad you said it because I was getting ready to point that out to you. That I'm like, this is not in English. This is not in English,
but not with an accent.
You are an amateur at best. Brain doesn't use. You are amateur at best. You must do more.
Yes. But he sends her fucking flying into a tree, like grabs her leg, throws her into a tree, and then like also like grabbing the sword from her. And then says her kung fu is pathetic and throws the sushi. I wrote Sushi Sword. The sword back into the sword holder because there was like a line. There's like a bunch of swords that were being held by I don't know what the fuck to call it. And he like takes it, just throws it, and it just goes in perfectly. It's like, oh, that's a shot from the three. This guy was great at basketball. And then tells her, he goes, "Let's see your tiger crane match my eagle's claw." And they do some fucking hand shit where you're like, okay, that's a tiger's crane and that's an eagle's claw. And they start going at it. Clearly, Pai Mei is the master. But Black Mamba does not let up. She's trying everything, but Pai Mei surprises her by grabbing her hand and then twisting away that is just excruciating. So it's like he grabs her hand and twists it behind her back. It's kind of like what you do to like, your brother or your sister when you're young and you don't know shit, but you just know, oh, I could twist their arm and hurt them, And he just starts mocking her. He's like, "This is my arm now. I will fucking rip it off if I want. This hurts, right?" And she's like, "Yes! Yes!"
So I wonder if right now, if she with her other arm landed a blow, just like reached back and like smacks him. Is he a man of his word?
That's a very good point.
Does he let go? And he's like, "I'm a man of my word. You're the master now."
Yeah, exactly.
You're the master. You landed. I've dominated this fucking exchange from start to finish. Even the blow you landed is inconsequential, other than the fact that I said if you land one.
That is true. I guess you got to say like what lands a blow, because there's two times where I didn't write it down, but she kicks him in the nuts. But he grabs the foot and then like throws her, and then the other one she goes to like hit him in the throat, in the trachea, and he catches her hand and then does the same thing, like throws her.
He won that. Yeah. I'm saying though, like you got my arm, like that. Don't really twist it.
Yeah,
Come on,
no,
asshole.
fuck
Don't really
you.
twist it.
Oh yeah, what do you think about this, David?
And then she just reaches back like this, like,
Ow. That'd be
and,
great.
and just smacks him.
That'd be great too if he was
And then
like,
he's like,
ow.
He's like, all right.
What the fuck?
All right, you're the master now. What do we do? How do we train? You tell me what to do.
Yeah. All right. You are master now.
That didn't happen.
Yeah, did not happen. And he literally is like, this is my arm now. And this is just the beginning. And then like
this, our river.
Throws her on the ground and he's like, your training will begin tomorrow. And then throws his beard. Next day, first day of training, we see on the screen. We open to Pai Mei punching through a thick piece of wood and tells her that her arm belongs to him. So he wants it strong and to put your hand into a fist and punch through it. And I'm like, wow, that sounds like great advice. He literally is just like, you make a fist and you punch through it. And I'm like, that's it? Fuck.
That's all you gotta do.
Yeah. But he doesn't say it, but he really means you're going to do like a 3-inch punch. You're going to start your fingers off the wood.
Well, so she does it.
Yeah. And she says, like, I can't do it from that distance. And he's like, oh, fuck you. You're going to do it.
So what if you're fighting someone at this close distance? You're going to be like, hey, back up. I need more room.
Yeah.
It's like, this is what we're learning today. Go.
Yeah. And it's definitely like a throwback to Bruce Lee's like 6-inch punch. But he does it with a fucking ease. He does it twice, too, to kind of mock her. Like, bitch, this is easy. So she starts, and we get our montage. Oh, it's such a montage. And we see her, like, punching on the wood. Her hands are getting bloody. She can't get through it. She's getting, a little irritated, obviously. We see her walking up the big fucking stairs with water barrels on her back and shit. We see her doing shadow boxing with Pai Mei. All this is like a montage over... Montage! What's supposed to be over like a year, I guess. Like they kind of said vaguely in the beginning like it might be like a year or something like that, but we don't know exactly how long it is. But he briefly stops the montage really quick to be like... Montage! It's like middle montage. He just stops. It's like a, like zoom in really quick on his face. He's like, it's the wood that should feel your hand, not the other way around. And then it's like, back to montage! So she keeps punching the fucking wood, carrying up the barrels. Pai Mei is fucking hitting her with a stick as she's hitting the wood. And then she gets like hurt 1 second and then he hits her extra hard just to make a point. Like, bitch,
pain isn't real.
Yeah, it's not real. Keep going. So she does. She's got fucking heart. And she shows it more than ever in this next scene because they're eating rice late at night. Thunderstorm in the back with Pai Mei. And it's just rice. Just a rice bowl. Because that's all you need for nutrients.
That's it.
It's got everything you need.
It does. It's got protein.
Fats.
Yeah.
Everything you need.
Carbs.
Yep. So eating it with chopsticks, and her fucking hand it's her right hand too that they're making because that was the hand that he's like, that's my arm. So they're making a point that this right hand is going to be extra tough, extra strong. Even though she's learning all around this skill, it's the right arm that's doing the most work because she can't use it while eating with the chopsticks. And he's watching her, and she like puts the chopsticks down, starts trying to eat it with her hands, and he fucking like slaps the bowl. He didn't slap her, right? What did he do? Did he slap bowl? Slap bowl? Okay. Oh, yeah, because he gives another bowl. That's what it is. Slaps the bowl. The bowl goes fucking flying. And just starts to, like, get on her about eating with the chopsticks and being like, what's the word I'm looking for?
Not being a dog, being a human.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. And so she's got heart. So she gets the chopsticks, she tries her hardest, and she finds a way to eat the rice with the chopsticks with her fucked up hand. And Pai Mei is pleased. He gets a small grin, and he strokes his beard and whips it in a way where you're like, oh, wow. Respect. So now we're back to being buried alive. We're back in the coffin. Flashlight comes on. Black Mamba is in there, and she's like, oh, my God, wait a minute. It's a good stroke. I like that. Yeah, that was nice. And she remembers, oh my God, I got a knife in my boot.
There's a snake in my boot.
There's a snake in my boot. So she finds a way to get her boot, because like her hands and her feet are so tied up. She gets
I had an issue like immediately
with that.
He left her boots on, and he used a belt to tie her ankles together.
Yeah.
I immediately, like, before she was in the coffin, I
saw that and you're like,
I was like, she's gonna be able to get out of the boots, Mr. Blonde. She'll get a boot, like, take off the boots and then tie. You can do it with a belt, whatever. I think she'd be able to get out. You'd be able to loosen it at some point. But the boots, it's gonna be looser than it should be, and she's gonna get her feet out of the boots.
Yeah.
And then you're fucked.
Yeah.
It's game over, Mr. Blonde.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think there's, I don't know what it was, man. Part of me with the way that, whether it was the writing or the way that Mr. Blonde
you just like
was.
seeing her tied up.
Yeah.
Part of me, yeah.
I
don't know if it's just a guy thing or what, but part of me likes seeing her tied up in the coffin.
I don't know what it is, but I truly feel like a part of Mr. Blonde wanted her to succeed. Like,
gave her the fucking flashlight and didn't kill her.
Like, not like, oh, she's for sure going to escape, but like if she's able to escape, then
good on her.
Good on her. This is like the way I felt about it.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
I felt like he wasn't like, oh, I got to take off the boots to make sure she dies in this coffin. I felt like he was like, if she can fucking get out of this, I should die. But she gets the knife out of her boot, and she uses it to cut her hands free, and she's so fucking happy when she does that. Kisses the knife, and then she starts doing...
and licks it a little bit.
Yeah, it's getting pretty freaky. But then she starts doing the 3-inch punch that she got taught by Pai Mei out of the coffin. Bruce Lee would be so happy. And she gets through there, but the fucking dirt is like falling in on her, and she starts to crawl out, and she rising up
like
from
a fucking, what are those, groundhog?
Yeah.
Like a groundhog.
Yeah.
Just fucking cuts through it like it's nothing.
Yeah. And that was so intriguing to me. I keep playing the scenario in my head like, man, would I suffocate before climbing out? Like how, because she gets out, she barely gets out, she's like gasping for air once when she gets through like above ground, because it was over 6 feet, deep. So you have to crawl over 6 feet up, so you can easily get stuck and suffocate. And I just wonder, like, I know, the amount that fell into the coffin. I wonder if that's enough to create enough air pocket for you to actually crawl up. I really wonder, like, how it would go. I'm sure there's a few variables that play into it, the type of dirt and everything. But I don't know. I was just super intrigued by that. Like, man, would I survive crawling out of that? But she does.
No.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't. But she.
I would. I think, guys. If you get me in a coffin, you nail it shut, and you bury me underground, if you don't dig me up and take me out, I will not survive that. Very confident in that.
Funny enough, though, when she gets out, she walks across the street and goes into a cafe and asks for water, and you just see like all the dirt just like bouncing off of her.
The guy watches her walk out of the cemetery.
He's like, what the fuck?
Covered in dirt, walking out, and he's like, uh-oh.
Man.
It's never good.
Yeah.
And guys, for editing purposes, it's a good spot. We'll take a quick break. Stick around, because we got way more than we should at this point. So don't go anywhere. And we're back.
What's up, guys?
Hey, Derek Cheater. Fuck you.
Wow. So, guys, Chapter 9, Ellie and I. Beautiful, badass, one-eyed woman is driving a cool fucking car and goes to Mr. Blonde's place to retrieve the Sushi Sword. We see,
because she wants to be a real sushi lady, making real sushi sandwiches.
That's right, David. We see Black Mamba on another montage.
Montage!
So many montages. Fucking garage band trying to cut me out. Trying to cut me out of my montage. So, yeah, we see her walking through the desert. And after a long-ass walk that she apparently does in, like, one day, she arrives at Mr. Blonde's place to see one-eyed woman pulling up at the exact same time. Like, what picture-perfect moment. We then get a close-up on Black Mamba's face with an alarming sound. David, you got that? You got...
Bam, 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 bum, ba-dum, ba-dum,
fucked. Mr. Blonde tells One-Eyed Woman that Black Mamba is buried alive, and One-Eyed Woman checks out the Sushi Sword while Mr. Blonde makes margaritas. Because who doesn't want a margarita when the deal's going down, you know? Right?
Absolutely.
Okay, I was just waiting.
Absolutely.
Yeah, making sure.
No deal can ever go down without margaritas.
There you go. She asks, so is this a sushi sword? And he's like, yeah, that's a fucking sushi sword. And then she
said,
oh,
can I make real sushi sandwiches with the sushi sword?
And she also goes, and didn't you used to have a sushi sword? And he's like, yeah. And she's like, well, you know, how do they compare? And he's like, well, you can't compare sushi swords. They're both sushi swords. You know, compared to other swords, but you can't compare a sushi sword to a sushi sword. You got to compare it to another sword. She's like, oh, my bad. He's like, yeah, you'll learn. You're just getting your first sushi sword. He then asks her if she's filled with relief or regret for not being able to fight Black Mamba. And she says regret. And then he says, I got to hand it to the old girl. I never saw anyone Buffalo Bill the way she buffaloed Bill. Have you ever seen anyone get Buffalo Bill the way Buffalo got Buffalo Billed?
Not once in my life.
Man, neither have I.
Not once in my life.
So now we see the suitcase full of fucking money because Mr. Blonde grabs it. He opens up the suitcase. He's going through the money. And as he's doing that, we see an actual Black Mamba snake. Ba-ba-ba-da-bum. And the Black Mamba snake snaps him in the just bites him like 3 times in the face. He's freaking the fuck out. He then like throws the suitcase and he starts flaring, flopping around in the kitchen. Kind of reminds me of Matthew McConaughey in the kitchen. David?
Keep going. I got taken up by the Black Mamba.
Oh, my bad. Just making sure you're okay. All right, so yeah, so David got taken out by the Black Mamba, just like Mr. Blonde. But Mr. Blonde is like in excruciating pain. He's trying to hang on, and beautiful one-eyed woman goes on to explain how death is sure with a Black Mamba bite, and how this fucking snake is her friend and shit, and explains to him how he's dying. And how
she's fucking the snake.
Yeah, she's fucking the snake, and she like mocks him in his face by being like, you're basically in paralysis, okay? All right, this thing could kill a human in 4 hours if bitten, you know, on the thumb or something like that. But a bite to the face, a bite to the fucking face, you'll be dead in 20 fucking minutes if you're fucking lucky. So he doesn't even know what she's saying. That's how much pain he's in. And she fucking goes on like, oh, 10 to 15 milligrams can be fatal, but a Black Mamba's fucking bite can be up to 400 milligrams. So cool. You learn something new every day. Thank you, Quentin Tarantino, for the facts. And then she goes on to tell him that she feels regret for letting the best warrior that she's ever met die at the hands of a bushwhacking scrub alky piece of shit like you. And that's when Mr. Blonde is like, you know what, bitch? That's enough. I've had enough of your shit. He stands back up and he starts beating the fuck out of her. No, he dies. And she says that woman deserved better. So now we got one-eyed woman packing up the money into the suitcase, and she gets a call from Bill.
We skipped something.
What do we skip?
The name on the grave.
Yeah.
Do you have the fun fact from that?
Oh, I don't know who.
So it's Paula Schultz.
Oh, okay.
1823 to 1898. A lot of fans think that is Dr. Schultz in Django Unchained. They think that's his wife.
Yep.
Yeah, which timing-wise, it makes sense.
Yep.
I think it's a fun little thing that Quentin Tarantino did there.
That is a fun fact.
Fun fact, guys.
Look at that. Nice, David. I forgot about that fun fact. That's a great fun fact, too. Because I love it when directors do stuff like that where they tie in stuff.
Yeah.
Which, another fun fact, in this scene, we see in Mr. Blonde's trailer the gasoline can that the same actor was using in Reservoir Dogs. Look at that. Just tying the little shit together. I love it.
Easter eggs, baby.
Yeah, Easter eggs left and right. So she tells Special Agent Lundy's brother that Bud or Mr. Blonde is dead, and that Black Mamba put a Black Mamba snake in his camper, and tells him, Black Mama's dead, and where she's buried, which is Paula Schultz's grave, and also that her name, that I guess has been bleeped this whole time, is now not bleeped, and we find out it's Beatrix Kiddo. That's her fucking name, but we're gonna keep calling her Black Mamba. But for some reason, Quentin Tarantino was like, thank you, David, was like, you know what? I want her name to now be in the film. It's Beatrix, baby. We don't need to bleep it no more.
It's Beatrix Kiddo.
We don't need to bleep
It's
it.
Beatrix Kiddo.
It's Beatrix Kiddo. That's it. So I guess no more fucking bleeps, because we see a teacher calling out names at a school. It's like a quick scene, just to, reiterate this. But we hear Beatrix Kiddo, and we see fucking Black Mama as a full-grown woman amongst kids raise her hand and be like, I'm here. So now we're back. One-eyed woman tells Special Agent Lundy's brother she'll be to him soon. And as she goes to leave at the front door, Black Mamba comes flying fucking in, feet first, sends One-Eyed Woman packing against the fucking wall, and they begin having a crazy fucking fight. One of like the best women fight. I mean, this is where the stunt women won, girl power. They won their awards. Shout out to the stunt woman, because this is a great women fight. Fucking love it. Girl power all the way. They're back and forth. They're kicking the shit out of each other. We get to a part where they're both on the ground, and One-Eyed Woman gets up before Black Mamba, and she tries to take her sword out the sword holder thing, and she hits the roof, which this has happened a couple times and keeps happening through the fight because they're in a trailer, so it's small. So
Mr. Blonde has such a sad living situation. He can't even open a sword
in his fucking place. Yeah,
it's fucking sad.
Yeah, but so as Black Mama's on the ground and and One-Eyed Woman's having a tough time with the sword over her, she grabs Mr. Blonde's spit can, throws the spit can all over her fucking face. So nasty. 3 times as nasty as before.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
But she stops. And she says, gross.
Yeah. Yeah, fucking
It's just like,
gross.
Gross,
Yeah.
dude. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so fucking gross. But they keep fighting. They keep going at it. And One-Eyed Woman tries to do a jumping sidekick. And Black Mama grabs her leg and literally throws her through a fucking wall into the bathroom, and then starts giving her a swirly and just screaming, here's a swirly. No, she didn't actually say
it's
that.
actually she wasn't giving her a swirly. She was trying to drown her in there.
Yeah.
And then One-Eyed Woman flushes it.
Yeah.
Which is smart.
Gave
herself a little bit of air.
Yep. And they keep going at it, but then Black Mama gets sent into Mr. Blonde's room, and she looks over and she sees a sushi sword, and on it is engraved, "To my brother, Mr. Blonde, the only man I ever loved." Special Agent Lundy's brother. Wow, look at that. And Black Mama stands up, and now they're at separate ends of this very small hallway that is, small length and width, and
height,
and height, and they have the stare down of a fucking sentry. Black Mamba then asks, her what she did for Pai Mei to poke out her fucking eye, and One-Eyed Woman says she called him a miserable old fool. And Black Mama's like, you fucked up. You fucked up. And she was like, I fucked up? I killed that miserable old fool. I poisoned his fish, bitch.
No. She poisoned his fish heads.
Yeah, fish heads.
He's eating fish heads. He
Yeah.
deserved to be poisoned.
Yeah.
You eating fucking ridiculous foods,
Yeah.
you get poisoned.
But she says that she told him, to me, the word of an old fool like you is worth less than nothing. She then laughs and says to Black Mama, that's right. I killed your master, and now I'm going to kill you too. With your own sword, no less. Which, in the very near future, will become my sword. I like that. Thanks.
Nailed it.
Thanks. And then Black Mamba's like, bitch, you don't have a future. And then we get this crazy fucking score. We get the soundtrack, and it's so pumped up. I'm like, oh my god, this is gonna be this is the stare down of a century. Yeah. And then what does she do? What does she do?
They're like locked up.
Yeah. And then
You can be Uma. Just grabs her eye out of her fucking face.
So a bunch of fucking cool little parts about this. One, she did do this in the first film when she was fighting one of the other dudes. Pai Mei did this to One-Eyed Woman. Pai Mei told Black Mamba that his right arm is his. He owns it. And trained her to do all these things, especially with the right arm. She used the right hand to take out that eye, which Pai Mei said that he was going to get his revenge on her. So in a way, Pai Mei got his revenge.
Good catch.
Right?
I would not have thought of that.
Fucking right hand,
Fucking nailed
right
it.
to the eye. And there's a lot of right hand references. Right hand woman, right hand man.
There we go.
Now we got the right hand of
He
Black
was yelling.
Mamba.
He's like, "I'll get my revenge," and she's like laughing. She's like, "You're not gonna get shit." She's like, he's like down crying. She like kind of like condescendingly just like kicks him.
Yeah.
Like not hard, just like fuck you. Look
Look at you.
look at you. Fucking pathetic. Like one of those. Like
Yeah.
this poor guy.
And I really like this from Quentin Tarantino because Quentin Tarantino, I think, has influenced this type of anime feel in an Americanized live action way. Like we have this stare down, we have these kind of corny lines, but he's made it kind of cool. He's basically taken this anime style into a live action Americanized version. And I'm like, I appreciate that.
There we go.
I don't know. It's just something I picked up on. I'm like, yeah, give me the corny lines. Give me the stare down. This is what America needs. We need more of this. But now, no.
We don't need that Jap shit.
No. Fuck.
Not in my country.
Yeah, damn. Well, so I started calling One-Eyed Woman No-Eyed Woman. Get it? And I forgot to say there were two sushi swords. Two sushi swords pressing together. It's cool. Two sushi swords going at it. Yeah. Just in case you guys forgot, it was two sushi swords. But yeah, No-Eyed Woman is freaking the fuck out. She's cursing, throwing a fit, falling all over the bathroom, and Black Mamba just leaves her. She just grabs her sushi sword and leaves.
When she's going to grab the sushi sword, the Black Mamba it sticks up and goes.
But it's like almost scared of her.
Yeah.
Like Black Mamba knows its fucking
Like,
place. That's the real
like-
Black Mamba, bitch.
Like shit.
Damn.
Can't strike her.
Oh, I'll get my fucking shit cut. Get my eyes poked out. Last chapter. Face to face. We see we are not in the desert anymore. We are in some...
We're not in Kansas anymore.
That's fucking for damn sure. We're in some tropical place, and we see Black Mamba drive up to meet with some man at, I don't know, some little bar. I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain what this is.
Cantina. A Star Wars cantina.
Yeah, that is what it is. We hear a voiceover of Black Mamba saying that Bill collected father figures because he didn't have a father, and the first was Esteban Viejo. I don't know how to say his name. Viejo. Guess.
Esteban.
Guess. This is the biggest fun fact, mind blown fuckery for me in this movie. Guess who's playing this actor? The sheriff from the first film, from Volume 1. This is a blood-spitting angel.
It's the same actor?
Same actor, dude.
Give that guy all of the awards.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Like, I had no idea,
Yeah.
dude. And if you go side by side, which is what the video I was watching was showing, and it is night and day difference. Like, I'm talking about small mannerisms with the fucking face, dude. Like, it's the shit he does with his eyes as he's acting as Esteban is Like there's night and day difference between. I mean, it's honestly some of the best. I don't want to say some of the best acting. I want to say some of the best.
You don't want to say some of the best acting. You want to say it's the best acting.
Yes.
That you've ever seen in your life.
Oh my God. But like one of the best changes in a character that I've seen, especially in one film. I mean, you talk about Eddie Murphy in The Nutty Professor. This is just like that.
No.
No.
Come on, you think you can bring that up and I'm going to side with you? No. Come on. Come on. I agree with you. It's awesome. You can't go Nutty Professor level
better
with anything.
Nothing
compares to the Nutty Professor.
He learned from the Nutty Professor.
Sure.
That's why it
master
seems so
though.
good. Yeah. Eddie Murphy did that. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah. But he tried. He did pretty good.
Tried, but there's only one Eddie Murphy.
That's right. So the guy that she's meeting with, we hear that he used to be a pimp, knows Bill's mother, which I'm sure there's something about that, and he used to run a brothel in Mexico for over 50 years.
You know, Jeff Ireland got in a little bit of trouble during the pre-draft process in 2000, maybe 9, maybe 2010. He was the Dolphins general manager. They were interviewing Des Bryant, Oklahoma State wide receiver, Dallas Cowboy, and he asked Des Bryant what his father did for a living. And he said, my dad's a pimp. And he said, oh, what's your mom do? He goes, she works for my dad. He goes, so your mom's a prostitute? And Des Bryant did not handle it well. Des Bryant, as the story would go, got very angry, got very hostile, left the interview, and told people, Dolphins some racist-ass motherfuckers.
That is crazy. I had to look at that interview.
So we don't get to see the interview.
Oh.
They don't.
He just kind of
the pre-draft interviews don't get recorded. Des Bryant went to the press, though. He's like, racist-ass motherfuckers. This is what a black man's got to go through to get into the NFL. Got to be asked their mom's a prostitute.
I mean, that's not really racist. That's just more like, I just want to...
They're not asking Matthew Stafford if his mom's a prostitute.
Well, his dad's not a pimp.
He might be. You never know. You got to interview him.
Yeah. Wow.
There we go. Pimps and prostitutes. It's a family business.
What do you think Who do you think is the better parent?
The mom. The mom. For sure. The mom.
Yeah, for sure.
Mom's doing what she can. The dad could do something else.
Yeah. It's fucked. But he goes on to say that he's made, we hear that he's made an army called the Acuna Boys from the whores he used to pimp. I mean, there you go. That sounds like some real...
Van Buren boys, baby.
Yeah, there you go. Cabana Colony Boys. I mean, dude, it's all the same. No?
No.
Oh. Acuna Boys, Cabana Colony Boys. What was I going to say about the Acuna Boys? This sounds like something that you've probably heard from like Genghis Khan or something. You know what I'm saying? Where someone's just going around conquering, leaving a seed everywhere. I hope that's how it is in Kang. Kang is just like going from universe to universe, fucking all the superheroes' wives and making his own superheroes. I would love that. And then he like
ties Thor up, makes him watch.
Yeah, takes him from the future to the past to fuck his mom or
gives
something.
Natalie Portman the brain cancer that she has. Yeah,
he's like, I've been fucking.
I'm liking this guy.
This is chess. It ain't checkers.
I'm playing him.
Exactly. I've been doing this shit for 50 years.
I'm putting cases on all you motherfuckers.
Yeah, because Kang is black, so we come to find out it's just Denzel Washington.
Great. It's Alonzo Harris.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right.
Shoe program, bitch. 23-hour-a-day lockdown.
All right, so we see that Esteban is 80. He's retired, but can help her find Bill. And he's flirting with her, and so is she, kind of. And he says, "Whoa, all right, I'm very susceptible to flattery." And I'm like, aren't we all? It's like, fucking slow your roll. You say one more thing that's a little flirty, I might just go over there and fuck you. That's definitely the vibes he's giving off.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so she asked him,
He's not subtle about it either.
No, yeah, he's not. He's like, I'm very susceptible to flattery. And then she's like, where's Bill? Where is he? And he's like, oh, you must be Beatrix. So no reason for the bleep anymore. I mean, it's been established.
Yeah.
Beatrix is not bleeped. So Esteban tells her Bill has always been a fool for blondes and tells her if he was still pimping, she would have been his number one lady.
And then you get off that crack rock and you could be Peppa Jack's best hoe.
And then winks at her. It's nice. I'm like, man, he's got the fucking moves. Can you imagine one day you're showing up to film as a sheriff and then
Next day you're this guy.
and then Quentin Tarantino's like, I kind of want to see how you would play Esteban. And he does this shit, and then Quentin Tarantino's like, because that's what Quentin Tarantino said. He had someone else, and then he had him just like kind of play it, and he was like, all right, that guy's fired then. Like, you're in. But she tells him that her pussy wagon died, and that says Bill shot you in the head. And she's like, yep, I got my brain blown the fuck out.
Right?
Yeah. And he said that he would have been much nicer and would have only cut her face. And then he's like, oh, I apologize. I spoke too quick. And then calls a woman over, and her face is all cut the fuck up. Just to kind of like put the hammer on it, Now that I said hammer, I'm thinking about that fucking Nancy Pelosi fucking dude. Hope he's okay. But that was a crazy fucking... Yeah.
Crazy. Really crazy.
Yeah. But she asked...
Can't believe he was fucking that dude.
Right, man?
It's crazy.
But she won't stop. She's like, where's Bill? And immediately
Who?
he's... Special Agent Lundy's brother. And immediately he's like, oh, yeah. Special Agent Lundy's brother. He's at the Villa Quattro on the road to Salina. I'll draw a map for you. And she's like, oh, that fucking easy? Like, I don't fucking believe you. Like, why would it be that easy? And he's like, no, the reason why I tell you is because Bill would want you to find him. Lack of a better words. Like, Bill wants you to find him, so I'm gonna let you know where he is. So she leaves, and she arrives at Special Agent Lundy's brother's place. God, it gets harder every time to say it. Like second guess myself. I'm like, David,
You're nailing it. You're doing great.
thanks. Yeah, thanks. But Black Mama walks in like she owns the fucking place, and she goes to the backyard with her gun pointing out, and who does she see? Her daughter with Bill, and they're playing like fucking cowboys and Indians or some shit because she...
In the movie,
Mm-hmm.
I completely forgot the daughter existed.
You thought that she was just going to bust them both?
I didn't think the daughter was going to be there.
Oh, yeah.
Like the little girl, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Like when she pops up and I was like, holy shit, oh my God, that thing exists. That's right.
Yeah. I definitely agree with you on that perspective, and I feel like they should have shown her more or made more of an importance to her to some way.
Yeah, it was perfect.
Well, I feel like there's reasons why.
End of the movie, they let us know she was alive. They let you be in suspense because you don't want to, like, it was good that I forgot she existed, so I was genuinely surprised when she came on the screen at the end there.
I see where you're coming from, but I would have...
Yeah. It's better than knowing, well, she's not going to go kill Bill in front of her daughter. So all this suspense that they're building right here with her going into the house and all of that, it's all for naught.
Well, it makes sense, too, because she doesn't know that girl's alive.
Yeah, but if they just, like, kept hammering it, like, here's Bill with the girl. Bill's got the girl with her all the time.
Well, I didn't need to see a bunch of, like, her with Bill. What I would have wished we saw is Bill kill
Fucking the kid?
No.
Dude, it's disgusting.
Killing some people, and then, like, maybe her in the background, like, really quick. Not, like, honing in on her. But I wish we would have at least seen Bill do some crazy shit, because we have no idea, like, now we're getting to our climactic point, and I have no sense of Bill's capabilities.
Yeah, but there's still the understanding that
he's, like, one of the best.
He's better than all of the people she's killed, and by all accounts, her.
But what sucks is this guy was like an actual action star like his whole life before this movie, and like I'm sure
his brother was a special agent in the FBI,
right.
tasked with finding the Bay Harbor butcher.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I just wish that we would have saw a little bit more of Bill, not the daughter. But Black Mama walks in, she owns the fucking place, she's pointing the gun. And they're playing like cowboys and Indians, so she immediately is like, oh fuck, or like what do I do? She's kind of like caught up in the moment, and Special Agent Lundy's brother is playing it off like so well.
So great.
So well. He's like, you got shot, mommy. You're supposed to play dead now.
He doesn't do the at all.
No, yeah. He's very confident. He knows exactly what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's playing it off like,
Mommy, she shot you.
You got to play dead now.
And she's like, oh, I should have known. And then like she kind of looks at him and he goes, BB. He goes, I should have known I couldn't get BB because BB's the best. And then she plays dead. It's great. He's fucking... This is exactly how he wanted this to go.
Yeah, and then he elaborates. He's like, BB's known for Braden Bullard. It's just something that I thought I would name her after. Just seems like a great name.
Yeah.
It's top tier.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. But no, so the BB is actually for Bill and Beatrix. Another little fun fact. Like they're
Come on, we didn't need that fun fact.
Right.
You did the joke where it was your name. We should have just rolled with that.
Yeah. That was a joke.
Your name, it's so much better just rolling with it being your name.
Yeah, Braden Bullard. Braden Bullard, she gets up and acts like, she shoots Black Mama. Black Mama's playing dead, like you said. And they have a cute little moment. I don't know. They're
goes over, she's like, Mommy, it's just pretend.
Yeah, and they tell each other cute shit about how they dream about each other and how, cute she thinks her daughter is, blah, blah, blah. Who gives a shit? We're in Bill's kitchen.
So before Bill's kitchen, I think this is...
Yeah.
Because it's been about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I think for editing purposes, guys, we're going to take a quick break. But we got the climax coming.
Oh, it's coming.
Just don't you dare go anywhere. Because we're going to climax...
So hard.
Everywhere. And we're back. Hey, Derek Cheater. Fuck you.
God. Man. Some people. All right, so we're in Bill's kitchen. Bill.
Just him. Not some people. It is only Derek Cheater.
That's right. Yeah. But Special Agent Lundy's brother is trying to play this shit slick. So fucking slick. Calling Black Mama beautiful and gorgeous. Oh, daughter, isn't your mom just so gorgeous? Her hair is so pretty. And just like playing it like a great father. He goes on, he says, I've been a bad daddy, and tells Black Mama their daughter is a fucking psycho who kills goldfish for fun. He goes on this long story. He's like, our daughter learned about life and death today. She at first she just lies about her goldfish dying, but come to find out she took the goldfish out the bowl, threw it on the ground, watched it flapping, suffocating, hoping its master would keep her alive, and instead she fucking stomps on the goldfish and just kind of smothers down like.
Speaking of which, back in the trailer, when she rips the chick's eye out, she then steps on it.
She does.
And we see the eye just squish and like the fucking gooey stuff. Oh, it was fucking wild.
Yeah, so I don't give a fuck what fucking Special Agent Lundy's brother's trying to make this in. This is not about life and death. This is not about your child learning about life and death. Your child's a psycho. There's some genetic disposition or some shit, with something that's going on in her brain that also is the reason that Black Mama is also the way she is. Like there's inherent.
They're the parents.
That's what I'm saying. There's something inherent.
Mass murderers are the parents. Kid's gonna have some issues.
Yeah, for sure.
It's not gonna be a normal kid.
But they're trying to. But the way they're trying to make it seem in this scene is like, oh, this is just like what a kid goes through. No, she's a psycho. I should know because I used to kill lizards for fun. Used to strap them down, slowly kill them. My mom would come out and she'd be like, "That's crazy."
You're like, "Mom, don't worry. You're interfering with my professional business.
Yeah,
leave me alone."
She goes, "What's that smell? It smells like something's burning." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm killing this fucking lizard. Want to see it melt?" I'll fucking show you. That's what.
that Fenor?
No, it's got to be someone really cool that I don't care about. So it's okay. Oh, maybe they'll leave a voicemail. Maybe it's Tommy from Nevs, and he's like, dude.
You gave him your cell phone number?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tommy.
Call me.
Give me a call sometime.
Anytime. I want to talk brisket. Oh, my God. Yeah. How thick do you cut it? Oh, God.
Oh, my God. And you smoke it for how long?
It's yeah, I know. It comes out so juicy. It's crazy the way it does that. It's like literally dripping with juice. So you guys like salt it or what?
Tommy, Tommy, take off your underwear.
All right, now turn around. Good.
Good, Aaron.
I'll grab her from behind.
Aaron, take her from behind.
Yes. All right, so goldfish flopping on the ground. She stomps on it. It dies. She's got no remorse. And they're like, yeah, she's a fucking monster. We did a great job parenting. So they're like, high five. They all high five because it's a family moment.
Woo!
Woo! Good job. And that's what did it for GarageBand.
Woo!
Oh no. So now we're in BB's room. Braden Bullard's room. Master of all rooms. Special Agent Lundy's brother says to BB, which is Braden Bullard, that he did to Mommy what she did to the goldfish. And BB's like, you stomped on Mommy? He's like, worse. I shot her fucking brains out. And she's like, for real? And she's like, yeah. He's like, yeah. I fucking shot that bitch for real. Go ahead, ask Mom. She's like,
oh yeah. Yeah. Put me to sleep.
This is the most psycho line she actually said. She goes, why? Did you want to see what would happen?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
this kid's great.
I wanted to see the inside of your mother's brains. You're right, Braden. You Bullard. No, he goes, no, I knew what fucking happened to Mommy. What I didn't know was when I shot Mommy, what would happen to me? I got really sad. Because it's all about me.
Yeah.
Don't you understand, BB?
Your mom's being real selfish right now, making this whole death thing all about her.
I get it. She was in a coma. She was sleeping for a long time. But, how do I feel? But, yeah, he says...
Braden, no. It's not going to make it. It's not going to hit. It's going to hit the side.
Oh, yeah, it's not.
I thought we were getting
nowhere fucking close.
Yeah, fuck you.
But he keeps going on about how sad he was. And he goes, once you do something, it can never be undone. I love how it took him up until that point in his life for him to learn that.
There we go.
He had to shoot the love of his life's brains out.
Pandora doesn't come out of the box, or doesn't go back in the box. She only comes out.
That's right. But Black Mamba says, it doesn't hurt anymore. She's saying this to her daughter. And it made me sleep, and now I'm wide awake. Pretty girl. And then they watch a movie together as Braden Bullard goes to sleep. Once Braden Bullard goes to sleep, Black Mamba makes her way downstairs to the kitchen living room. It's combined. Where Special Agent Lundy's brother is. We see Special Agent Lundy's brother checking out her sushi sword, and he says,
can you make a real sushi sandwiches with this?
That's exactly what he says. And then ask if sushi has gotten any better. And
she says no.
Yeah, she's like, no, it didn't. But he goes on. He's like, so I guess we cross sushi swords then. He's like, I got a private beach. We could do it under the moonlight, or we can go old school. We could slice each other up at sunrise. And Black Mamba, goes to run to grab. He has a sushi sword above his TV, and he pulls out a pistol and shoots the TV, which kind of explodes, and she goes lying back down on the fucking couch. And he says he's got some unanswered fucking questions, and then shoots her with a true serum dart. because they can't trust each other. They kind of go on like, why use a true serum dart? Like, why not talk? And it's like, well, because they're not going to trust each other, and this is like the best way to get the truth.
He's like, I know you don't trust me. You lie to me. Boom.
So he calls the true serum the undisputed truth, and that it has no druggy after effects, which is great. It's great to use on someone that might kill you.
Yeah.
He then rants about how much he loves fucking Superman and makes a comparison between Superman, Clark Kent, and Black Mamba and Beatrix, basically being like, you're trying to act like you're Clark Kent, right? But you're Black Mamba. You're Superman. You kill. Like, Superman doesn't really kill. He's supposed to save, but like. You're Black Mama. You kill. You can't not kill. It's just who you are. You could try to hide it. You could try to fake it and lie to yourself as much as you'd like, but you're Superman. So she's like, so you're calling me a fucking superhero? Like, what the fuck? What are you doing? And he's like, I'm calling you a killer, a natural-born killer. You always have been, and you always will be. That's what I tell David all the time.
Every day.
I'm like, you're a sexy fucking beast. You always are. You always are going to be. All right, pal?
You call me a natural-born killer.
Yeah, I do that too.
Always have been, always will be.
So he goes, first question. Do you really think your life in El Paso, actually Joshua Tree, was going to work? She says, no. She's all, no. No, right? Is that what you want to hear? No. She's all upset. And he says, all right. Now comes the $64,000 question. So now we know how much the true serum costs. He goes, why did you run away from me with my baby?
No, that's a thing people say.
Huh. Oh.
$64,000 question.
Oh.
Yeah. Like, it's a real...
Oh,
people
for
say,
real?
yeah, the $1 million question, and the $64,000 question.
Because I've heard of the $1 million question, but
yeah.
64,000 is a thing.
$64,000.
Pretty specific.
Yeah.
Well, good to know. So we see a flashback of her doing a pregnancy test, and she finds out her pregnancy test, as she's finding out, she gets a knock at the door. It's like some woman saying that she is the management of the hotel that she's staying at, and she drops the pregnancy test. As she does that, that woman uses a shotgun to shoot through the front door, which somehow also unlocks the front door.
It was a game show in the 1950s.
Oh, wow.
That's why it's a thing.
Oh, wow.
$64,000 question.
Because, back in the day, they didn't have $1 million.
No, that's $64,000.
Yeah. But the shotgun blast through the door, opens the front door as well. Black Mama runs, dives over the bed, grabs her pistol, and they're in a standoff. Another standoff. Boom, 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 standoff. So many standoffs. I want a standoff. Do you want a standoff? No? Okay. All right. So they have a standoff, and she's trying to explain to her, listen, any other time, we can kill each other. But right now... That was nice.
It was.
I like that. That was really cool. So they're having their standoff, and she's like, any other time would be okay. Okay, we could shoot each other any other time, but I just found out that I'm pregnant right now, and there's the pregnancy stick right there. Just go look at it, pick it up. Which is, there's no way in hell an assassin would be like, oh, okay.
A woman assassin might.
No. I'm not. So I'm not talking about not believing the pregnancy test or doing what she did. I'm talking about just picking it up. You got a gun pointed at your face, and you got to because they made a point about it that she could not find the pregnancy test because she's trying to keep.
The woman assassin could see in her eyes that this is really a newly found out pregnant mother.
She's like, oh my God.
And she's like, oh my God.
Girl power.
Yeah.
From one mother to a potential other. It's okay. I'm not going to kill you. All right. I know we're assassins. I know we got a job to do. I know we get paid vast amounts of money to get jet around the world to kill all these people, but you're pregnant. So I'm just going to leave. Because they end up having a little combo. It's like, what do we do now?
She backs out of the room, and then there's a hole from where she shot it, and she says, congratulations. And then she leaves.
That's
so great.
Fucking crazy. You know what, David? Remind me if I'm ever being held at Hammer Point to tell the person that I'm pregnant.
You're pregnant?
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah. And if the cops come, tell them to do more. Well, do as much as they can. So then now we're back. We're back at Special Agent Lundy's brother's place. And Black Mama says, before that strip turned blue, she would have done anything for him. But after, she can no longer do anything because she was going to be a mother. I don't know why I made that so dramatic. So he asks, why didn't you tell me instead of now? And she says, once you knew, you'd claim her, and I didn't want that. And he says, not your decision to make. She says, yes, but it's the right decision. I made it for my daughter. She deserved to be born with a clean slate, but with you, she would have been born in a world she shouldn't have. I had to choose. I chose her. And immediately my first thought was, well, that didn't work out, did it?
But also, that is her decision.
No, it definitely is her decision to make.
You would have claimed her, and I didn't want that. He's like, well, it wasn't up to you whether or not I claimed your daughter.
I really hope that she tried to make a point about that on set, and Harvey Weinstein was sitting in the back, and he was
like, he can claim whoever he wants, all right? Get on with the fucking movie. Obviously, he's allowed to claim her.
Don't you forget how you got this fucking role.
He's the man with all of the money.
Obviously.
He will claim any woman he wants.
He's like slouching
Action.
back. He's slouching back in his chair as he's saying this. Eating too, like just greasy. Quentin Tarantino's like, well, shut the fuck up.
Quentin, let's go. Say action. Just do it.
Fucking finish this shit.
Claim her.
I got an island I gotta be on.
I think you're mixing up. Was there a Weinstein Island?
No, but he was
Epstein Island.
But he was on the list.
He was on Epstein's list?
I'm pretty sure. Pretty positive. I'm almost 99% factual because I've seen photos of them together as well.
All right.
So there you go. And their names rhyme, which is not coincidental.
Well,
There's no way.
Couple of fucking Jew names, right?
David.
They don't get their comeuppance.
Shh. Gonna have a fucking heart attack over here. All right. What are you looking up? Whether not.
Keep doing the plot. Let's go. We're almost done.
Yeah. All right. So, not your fucking decision to make. Fucking Special Agent Lundy's brother is, he says, letting somebody think somebody they love is dead when they're not is quite cruel. This is as they're sitting down in the backyard at a table, and he continues to tell her that he mourned her for 3 months. And
Jeffrey Epstein kicked Harvey Weinstein out of his house after Mogul's aggressive treatment of Epstein's favorite girl. Imagine being such a piece of shit where Jeffrey Epstein's like, hey, that's too much. I can't be around you.
Oh, my God.
That's bananas.
But that also proves it, though.
That's bananas.
Oh.
That is so shitty.
Listen,
that
man.
Epstein's like, dude, you gotta fucking leave.
Listen.
I can't have you doing this shit around here.
Listen.
I got a reputation to uphold.
I run a nation, my bad, an international sex trafficking ring, all right? And the way you're treating this woman is just too disrespectful. I'm going to need you to leave.
Definitely not a woman.
Oh, yeah.
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 It said favorite girl.
Yeah.
I assume she was young.
You're right. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah.
Can
you imagine that?
That's
The audacity, dude.
That's bananas.
Listen, I have 20,000 girls that I control. And the way you're talking to this girl that I control,
No way it was talking. You're making it not as bad as it was on. You're weirdly defending Weinstein and making it seem like Epstein's out of line for doing this.
No,
he's a hypocrite for sure.
Weinstein,
I'm sure, was physically assaulting a child.
No, yeah, I'm not trying to play it down for Weinstein. I'm trying to say like how funny that conversation must have been that Epstein has the audacity to say some shit like that to Weinstein.
I mean, it's not audacity. Epstein in this here and only here, Epstein's in the right.
No, but I'm
this
saying
is showing what a piece of shit Harvey Weinstein is.
No, yeah, but it's still ridiculous that someone could be like, hey, don't treat this girl this way when I sex traffic all these women.
Yeah,
or
treat them
girls.
well.
Bullshit.
All
He
right.
doesn't treat them well.
Treat them well.
But yeah, I mean, you gotta treat them well. You know, otherwise, how are they gonna keep coming back? So he
They
continues.
don't have a choice.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
They're not going home and then getting in their car, coming back to them.
Oh my God. So Special Agent Lundy's brother says he mourned her for 3 months. On the third month, while tracking down who he thought killed her, he finds Black Mamba alive, getting married, and she's pregnant. I overreacted. She's like, you fucking overreacted? That's what you got to say? He's like, yeah, I mean, you were pregnant. Fuck, I loved you.
Yeah.
And then he goes on, he's like, I'm a killer. I'm a murdering bastard. You know that. And there are consequences to breaking the heart of a murdering bastard. I'm like, that is fucking so true.
I learned that one the hard way.
That's right. But yeah, so he was like, was my reaction really that surprising? And she says, yes. Yes. Could you do what you did? Yes, of course you could. But to me? And he says, well, I'm really sorry, kiddo, but you thought fucking wrong. And she says, you and I have unfinished business. And he says, baby, you ain't kidding. And they start sword fighting. Sushi swords. They're going crazy. All the sushi swords. They're trying to go crazy, but Black Mama can't open her sword. She actually gets her sword flinged out, and then he goes to stab her, and she chambers his sushi sword into her sushi sword holder, and then fucking takes her right hand and does the 5-point palm heart exploding technique, and he starts spitting up a little bit of blood. He's like kind of like out of breath, and he just like can't believe it. He's like, oh my God.
And guys, here's my huge issue.
Huh.
It took you longer to explain that than that actual scene was. They had 2 movies that were leading to this fight.
Yeah.
That was the death blow.
Yeah.
Braden explained it longer than the actual scene was.
Mm-hmm.
And Braden didn't spend a long time explaining
No,
it.
yeah. It was very quick, and it was very underwhelming for this last scene.
Yeah.
But he hits her with it. And, you know, it's kind of funny because this is when they actually connect the most. So he's bleeding out of his mouth, and he's like, Pai Mei really taught you the 5-point palm exploding heart technique? And she's like, of course he fucking did. Look at me. And then he asks, why didn't you tell me? And she says, I don't know, because I'm a bad person. And he says, no, you're not a bad person. You're a terrific person. You're my favorite person. And then he gets up, buttons his jacket, which I forgot to say in the beginning when the Deadly Assassin Squad come in, he unbuttons it during the wedding. Now he buttons it as he stands up. They give one last good look at each other, and he goes, how do I look? And she goes, you look ready. And then he gets up, turns around, walks 5 feet, falls, and dies. She wipes her fucking tears, and we see Black Mamba leaving Special Agent Lundy's brother's place with Braden Bullard. Next morning, Braden Bullard is watching cartoons while Black Mamba is sobbing on the bathroom floor holding a teddy bear. I was like, man, this is... But she's happy. She's like happy tears.
Yeah, but this kid's not going to have a good life.
No. Yeah, definitely not.
That's what mom's doing right now.
Yeah,
They're in like a motel.
Yeah, exactly.
She's in the bathroom floor, sobbing on the floor.
And I'm like, man, this is the way this fucking movie's ending. It would have been better just like them walking out.
Yeah.
But she's like saying thank you over and over again, probably to God or something like that. But then she leaves the bathroom, goes and watches cartoons with the daughter, and the end. We see a credit rollover. It says, the lioness has rejoined her cub, and all is right in the jungle. Dumbest fucking line of the movie because lions aren't in the jungle. All right? There's no jungle with lions.
In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight.
You want to know why that song was made? You want to know why? But you want to know why?
No, I don't want to know. Do you want to know why The Nutty Professor was made? Because Hollywood needed a perfect film.
Oh my God.
They knocked it out of the fucking park, guys. Eddie Murphy non-stop for an entire movie. There's love. There's action. There's adventure. There's murder.
Oh.
There's comedy.
Ooh.
Everything. It checks every box's perfect movie, The Nutty Professor.
Can't beat it.
You know what movie I hope is the perfect movie?
Oh, David, I don't know.
It's the movie we're doing next week, guys. Knock at the Cabin, the new M. Night Shyamalan movie starring Dave Bautista.
Woo!
Doo-doo, 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 boo-doo, boo, boo, boo.
Let him fucking light it up.
Woo! Thumbs up, thumbs down, baby. Batista bomb.
Boom!
Do you guys want to watch Knock at the Cabin before we do a podcast on Knock at the Cabin? You should watch Knock at the Cabin before we do a podcast on we're gonna knock at the cabin on the podcast. Here's where you can. It's only in theaters. Go to theaters, guys. Support your local movie theater. Let's get people back in the movie theaters.
Let's get him back.
Buy some popcorn.
Yeah, tell
Buy
him
a-
the 5-6 Kings sent you.
Yeah, go to your local movie theater and be like, yeah, 5-6 Kings sent me. They told me to come see Knock at the Cabin.
Person at the front's gonna be like,
get a
"Oh,
popcorn.
okay."
Get a $9 soda.
Yeah.
Sneak candy in.
Yeah, do it. Do it. Do it like I do. I wear extra baggy clothes so this way I can hide the candy coming in so it seems less suspicious from
Braden
anything
doesn't
poking
hide
out my
shit.
pockets.
Braden aggressively walks in just with his fucking bottle of water, and
Juice.
candy, and a fucking cold pressed juice. Just walks in. They don't say a fucking word to this guy.
They know what the fuck's going on,
It's
man.
insane.
They know I'm pirating movies.
I'm
just
uncomfortable.
I'm kidding.
I'm
Government-
uncomfortable walking in there with him, and he's doing that. I'm like, oh shit, he's just going for it. No one's saying a thing.
What do you think they'd say
Looking
if I walked in
around.
with like a tripod and a camera?
I don't think they'd say a fucking word to you. I think they'd be like, oh, that's cool. The guy's gonna take some pictures.
Yeah,
in
yeah.
here.
I'm just setting up in the back.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. The guy really he enjoys it here.
Yeah.
He wants maybe he can take like
Maybe wants to record his experience, like
Yeah.
his expressions.
Whoa!
Wow, look at that.
This is the video. Some fucking douchebag piece of shit asshole.
Yeah.
Guys, fast forward. I guess I don't have to. One of the Marvel movies.
Yeah.
A character is dying at the end, and he knew it was happening.
Yeah.
And went and had his buddy film him doing this. He's just like pacing up and down the aisles like, no!
Really?
Yeah. dude's fucking asshole. Fucking asshole. People paid money to go see that movie, and he's like, I'm going to ruin this experience for them. This dude's because here's the thing.
It's like 10 more minutes.
Here's the thing. It's a superhero movie. It's a fucking kid's movie. He's ruining the experience for fucking kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude's an asshole. Someone shared it on Facebook. Was like, look how funny this is. I was like, dude's not funny. Dude's a fucking loser.
I got.
If you guys know who he is, send him our way.
Really quick, I gotta ask
Send
you a
him our
question.
way.
Do you?
Do I think? What do I think?
Yeah.
I think no more music videos.
Perfect answer.
Yeah. So, Braden, did Kill Bill 'cause it was your choice. Do Knock at the Cabin because whatever. We're the next few movies. It's really nobody's choice. We're seeing a couple in theaters, and
That's
we're
right.
doing them. But let's say someone wants us to do their favorite movie. How would they go about telling us to do their favorite movie?
David, they just go to our website, dude.
Hold on. We got a fucking website?
Yeah.
Get out of here. It's sick.
Yeah, it's so cool.
What's it called?
56kings.com.
Hold on. So you mean FIVESIXKING.com?
S.com. So easy.
And what, just at the top is there just like a tab that says submit ideas. You click that, you go in, you put your name, you put the movie you want done, and underneath it you say who you want, taking the notes and like bringing you through scene by scene.
Oh, dude.
And you hit submit at the bottom.
So easy.
It's that easy. I don't know what you're doing not
Doing
that.
Doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't imagine doing anything other than that with my life.
Me either.
Yeah. I can't.
I can't think of a single. Oh wait, nope.
No, yeah,
Nah, nothing.
There's
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah.
There's fucking nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Braden, they know where to go. They know what to do.
They do.
But if you're a fan of the 5-6 Kings, like most of the world is at this point,
Yeah.
like when do new episodes come out? Like if I'm a new fan and I'm like, man, like I love the 5-6 Kings podcast and I want to catch the new episodes right as they come out, when would I do that?
David. I mean, it's every motherfucking Monday.
Unless it's not?
Yeah. Unless it's not.
Unless it's not, because then it wouldn't be Monday.
Yeah.
But it's every motherfucking Monday.
Well, yeah.
But unless it's not on Monday.
What am I, God?
Yeah, no.
No,
No,
exactly.
God, no.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, you heard it here. Every motherfucking Monday, unless it's not Monday. All right? Fuck out of our face.
Fuck out of my face.
What do you want from us?
Yeah. If you got a problem with it, show up with a sushi sword. We'll have a sushi sword battle.
And a real sushi lady to make real sushi sandwiches.
That's right.
Yeah. Guys, Kill Bill, probably my 2 least favorite Tarantino movies. Not bad though. Like, it's not awful. It's whatever.
Yeah.
It's you're not gonna hate it watching it.
Yeah. First one's definitely better. It's definitely more of a fun ride.
It's no Nutty Professor though.
We
can agree on that.
Man.
Guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Go see Knock at the Cabin at a theater near you. We'll see y'all next week.
Peace out.
Bitch, I'm from Palm Beach County. That's where I'm